Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to Touhou Replay Showcase Special Edition Poggers.
Woo!
Woo! We have a lot of
Today-
things ready tonight, and yeah.
This is a very special opportunity.
Yes, it
Do
is.
not
indeed.
miss this TRS.
It's a very, very
I
special
cannot
opportunity.
wait.
Me too. It's actually gonna be insanely cool. So, yeah. Let's see. Tonight I have 32th, myself, Gaston, and Truce. But of course we have some people in backups. We have a lot of questions you guys asked, and we have some pretty cool schedule tonight as well. I will, however, not be bothered to put the run information because those are runs you guys already watch. With that said, the first run for tonight is a run that was highly requested. It got like 4 votes, which for our standards is pretty big, alright? And it's Dies Muff Piano fucking run.
Yeah, play the piano.
Hell yeah. Let me just show it on stream. Oh, wait, what? No. The other one. The other one is this one. There we go.
Don't worry, Lorena. One time you'll get in the call.
It's perfect.
Yeah, you'll get it. Don't worry.
Oh my god, I forgot the
Don't
thing
worry.
made noise! I forgot that thing made noise! I fucking forgot! It made noise!
So, I wanna answer some questions.
Oh yeah,
What do
we're
you-
gonna
what do you
answer some
think?
questions. So the first question of tonight is going to be directed at myself actually, but let me just copy paste it because we do things cleanly here.
Yeah,
I know, sometimes I do, right?
Sometimes.
Alright, so
Also,
the
hey,
first
everyone.
question. Let me copy paste it. It's directed as myself. Have you ever tried pudding? If so, what did it taste like? Alright,
So what
so, I mean, yeah, have I ever ate flannery? Well, the question is, I mean, technically, I generally really like pudding. So, like, yeah, it's honestly a dessert I have a lot,
That's why I wish
quite often, because it tastes very good. And what do you guys think? I mean, it's directed at myself, but I assume you guys also have like some stuff to say about pudding, right?
So have you had flan?
Oh yeah, I have that too actually. Pudding, I mean, pudding is pretty much just flan, you know.
I mean, just today I've had soy pudding because my brother and mom are vegan, so
Oh,
it's actually pretty good.
nice. Everyone make pudding. Hell yeah. I forgot to sell out the stream, by the way. Can anyone please like sell it out every fucking where they can? Like post it in the TRS stream, TRS channel, Touhou, every fucking where. Please.
Post it on
Arto.
Twitter.
That's gotta be
Posted it on Twitter.
beautiful.
Yeah, that too.
Music that's in.
That's not Turkish, that's me.
Also, wait, didn't you tell me he changes instrument to every stage?
Oh my god, yeah, he actually changed his instrument. I mean, this run is insane, honestly. Just the fact he was able to play using a keyboard. When I first watched this run, I was like, oh my fucking god, what is this?
I mean, keyboard is not that much different from
See,
like
here's the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
layout of
keyboard.
keys on the keyboard. Like, it's quite similar to our keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like from what Dai said, he was actually not very difficult to get the muscle memory used to it.
It does!
Yeah, said it was basically the same.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess that the
I'm
keys
pretty
aren't
sure-
that
I'm pretty sure in this
responsive.
run-
I think probably.
So I'm
But
so
it
I'm
actually
pretty sure in
sounds
this
like the
run,
trumpet you
Dai
use
was thinking
Do you
like, oh,
actually
I
have
want to
this
go for
new,
now and then.
MIDI player?
Asked chat like, should I do it? And I was like, yes.
Something that
What are you
sounds
doing?
close to it?
Don't wait. No.
You actually have this.
Pretty sure that's what I
Oh my
said.
God, he's actually using a real Zoom
Yo, we got another question?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
next,
thought we were weighing in on the pudding.
That's why.
I mean, it's fine. Next question is directed at
Pudding is good.
nobody, I think, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, that means everyone.
Alright, let me just copy paste that and hope it's gonna work. It fits! Alright, so next question. If a game developer, for instance Zune, creates difficulties, example, easy, normal, hard, lunatic, are they expected to be able to clear highest difficulty without extra function like bombing? It-
Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
I would just like you to remind you of a DDC crash bug that only happens with certain shot types on difficulty lunatic, which means that chances are in the first version of DDC, Zune didn't even play that shot type on difficulty lunatic. So basically, a game developer should at least be able to test if their game crashes on all difficulties.
I mean, that is true,
Yeah,
yeah, but
Well, for me, here's the thing: you're not even really like expected to clear Lunatic without bombs. I think that's mostly like a community thing, right? So it's not like you're gonna be expecting that from the developer to be like, hey, you have to clear that without these conditions when they're like planned to be in there in the first place. That's like my take on it.
I would
Technically-
expect the developer to be able to be able to cap every spell card at least once to
Yeah,
show
that's true.
demonstrate that it's doable, but nothing beyond that.
yeah, that's my take as well. I expect when you make a game, in any kind of game, I expect you to make sure everything is at least doable. And in case of a shmup, you gotta make sure every pattern is at least doable.
I mean,
And-
it's not really the thing for like cave stuff, to be honest. Like if you're taking like double hibachi or something like that, you're not expected to do that without resources.
Yeah, but
So-
those modes are joke modes, pretty much.
I know someone sold it.
But still,
And
you're
also-
supposed to use credits for not credits. You're supposed to use resources for like final bosses for those kind of shmups.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a fan of that because I tend to think like shmups are mostly about dodging, and if you ask me, in a shmup, everything should be dodgeable, like reasonably dodgeable. If it's like beyond human skills, in my opinion, it's either made on purpose as a joke or it's bad game design. In the case of cave stuff, it's usually on purpose as a joke or something, so it's like whatever.
The thing is like you're taking like different genres of shmups pretty much. Like Touhou is like its own thing pretty much already, so you can't just say it's only for joke stuff or stuff like that when it's like most probably cave TLBs are supposed to be bomb spammed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a different way to play the game. Like TLBs are more of like a check, like how well did you play? Many resources do you have, and how well can you use them?
Like the TLBs and K are so you just keep putting money in the arcade machine.
That too, yeah. That too, yeah.
That's the only reason
Why
they're
cave
there.
shmup- That's why cave shmups are hard.
But in the case of
I'll-
Zune, I expect him to cap at everything, yes. And when you see some patterns, I don't think he did. Like, personally, I highly doubt Zune took the time to capture HBCB and Lunatic, for instance.
I mean,
Here's the deal.
I
Zoom
don't think so.
did at least 2,000 attempts on PDH or something, and but he like passed out in the middle of it and forgot half of them.
That's the joke everyone says.
So he might have done 10,000 attempts on HBCP and only remembered 10% of it.
and then there's also that fun fact of the USD replay stopping right before books.
So close.
Another thing is, you should also
What Mino said earlier, you think players want to bomb books and spam. I think it's a good place to use them. Let's put it
Yeah,
that
it's
way.
very convenient. And guess what? The
Another-
mid-boss afterwards give you a bomb!
Yeah, funnily enough.
Another thing is to test your stuff in 60 FPS, unlike Jinx, who will test every pattern individually on like a really low frame rate when testing Lennon absurdly extra.
Okay, I think it's time we get more people in. So who feels
Yeah, I
like
agree.
leaving for a bit so we can get one more? We can get like more people. Actually, yeah, you might as well just all leave so I can get more people in, and we'll just switch back and forth between the two groups.
All right.
Seems to be the way
Okay,
to do it.
that was a nice time.
Run was gonna be golden from the moment I saw it in the submission list.
Alright, so yes.
Hello.
Yes, hello. So, what are your takes on this question? Because I assume you heard mine, so I don't need to repeat again. But what's your take on this?
Oh, is it the Zune thing where
Yeah.
you should be able to capture every
Yeah.
pattern? I think for how Touhou rewards like spell card bonuses, it's kind of implied that you should be able to capture and no miss no bomb stuff because like the existence of spell card bonus means that Zune at least puts an emphasis on capturing spell cards. Like if you read up the lore of Touhou, a spell card capture means that you're actually able to use the spell card if you want. I think that's why they call it captured. So yes, I do think that you should be able to capture everything, at least as far as Touhou is concerned. It makes sense on all levels, basically. However, I doubt Zune actually does it.
Yeah.
Right.
else? Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. A golden rule of shmup design is that it has to be doable to play it so to speak perfectly. i.e., no bombs and no deaths. And just by that like golden rule existing, so to say,
Like, this is so great as well.
by definition, fuck, how do I put words to this? Zune. I feel like Zune has to sort of playtest his patterns a lot just to make sure that they are actually doable, but but that technically means he's able to capture them. So by extension, he has to be expected to be able to cap them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess it also helps if he can capture them, because that means he has like a better idea of what's a hard pattern and what isn't.
Yeah.
So he could be like, okay, I want a really hard pattern here, and he doesn't accidentally end up making something impossible. It's like, ah, whatever, this is hard. Good players can capture this one. In reality, it's just difficult. Which is what a lot of fan games end up doing, because there are a lot of programmers and not actual players, so they don't really have the healthiest definition of hard and easy.
Oh my god!
A lot of fan games, it feels like they just have ridiculous patterns and just give you this game system that lets you delete them or skip
Yeah,
them.
I mean that's most fun games. Yeah, they have very pretty patterns, but they're a bit too messy, and it's like it's fine. You can cancel half the screen anyway.
But like, I'd say there's a lot of evidence that Zune does not always playtest on Lunatic. Look at DDC, for example.
Oh yeah.
Like the normal in DDC is really well balanced, but then you go to Lunatic and it's just a mess.
That tends to be a bit of a trend in these games, though.
Yeah, true. Zune is kind of not. I mean, I think like time has proven enough. Zune was not the greatest at game balancing.
Yeah.
But
also, if you read the manuals for PC98 games, he does specifically say like, oh yes, this stage portion on stage 5 in Mystic Square. If you struggle with it, you should just bomb. Just bomb. Don't worry, just bomb. It's not for dodge. It's for bomb.
I do think it's okay if the developer can't capture their own patterns, but if so, they should find a playtester who can.
Yeah, I mean Zune technically has playtester. He has good old PBG and Fang, who apparently said it was okay to keep books in there.
Oh my god.
He's like, it's fine. You can bomb it.
Yeah, I don't do
Thanks,
just bomb
Fang.
it.
Fang played Mario V and he got good RNG, so it's like, whatever, it's good, don't worry, keep it, keep it. Fang.
Key smash.
And Ant.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
RNG might be another thing that he doesn't account for when playtesting.
Oh my god, yeah, that is true.
Like maybe he does a pattern a whole bunch of times, and as long as he can capture it a few times, he thinks it's okay.
Yeah, that's why people think stuff like Clown Piece is easier on normal than on Lunatic than on normal. It's because you have less volume of RNG and you just have to go through it once, as opposed to needing to learn a strat.
But by the way, Mino, you're free to join the backup, so if you want to talk directly, just say Mino. You seem to be talking in chat a lot, so if you want to be on voice, you can. You're invited. But yeah. Well, I think it's time for the next question now. I think everyone made their point. Unless you have something else to say, I can
Oh my god,
switch to the next question.
hold on. Listen, this is gonna be incredible.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, next question. I think we are gonna stay on this one for a while as well. It's how did you keep your interest in Touhou for so long?
That is actually very good.
Okay, so who want to start with that?
I can start with it.
Alright, sure, go ahead.
For me, it's just the sheer variety of content, both official and fan content. So I don't only play the games. I've listened to the music, read the manga, watched fan anime, all kinds of fan-made videos and manga and games. There's just like so much content that it's almost like Touhou is a genre itself.
That is true, yeah.
Mhm.
Anyone else?
Do you wanna go?
Go first.
Alright, yeah, I think what I like the most is just it's just amazing how much variety there is in like the gameplay. How even individual runs can be so different from one another. Like I'm biased to play like a funny RNG game, but still, like I think it's actually kind of beautiful how Zune and like just shmup designers in general, like even the guy like Cave or whatever, they can manage to put so much variety in what essentially boils down to like a 25 to 30-minute game when it comes to like actual content. And like you'd think paying $13 for like 25 minutes of content would be a ripoff, but it actually isn't. Like there's just so many different things and nuances you can do, many different ways to play, shot types to play, which completely change the game sometimes. So many like difficulties, extra stages, even mods. And I mean, also there's all the secondary content too, which just has a lot of variety. The music, the art, the mangas. It's just, even if they're like small games on their own, their potential is massive, and I think it's just that Touhou just never started being boring, and it's just the kind of game that doesn't get boring very fast.
Yeah,
So that's what I have to say.
All right, TSG, you're next.
Right. How did I keep my interest in Touhou for so long? It's kind of always been there, you know, latent, so to say. But if I would have to, you know, put out a concrete example, I guess Cutie Pie Girls, or like the characters in general, for one. Because like the cast is so huge and it gets expanded with each game, and you know, I'm always kind of interested in, you know, what new girls will be introduced this time. Will they be cute? And then there's of course the gameplay. It's fun, you know, and
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was some shitty RNG, by the way. Holy fuck!
Oh my god,
I'm
what
sorry,
is
keep
this?
going.
Can I say how much I hate that?
yeah, the games are fun. So also each game kind of has a new gimmick, and I'm always interested to see, you know, what you can do with that, what they are,
That was a joke.
sort of how scoring works with the gimmick, etc.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's up to me now. Alright, so how did I keep interest in Touhou for so long? Well, I guess the will to get better is what kept me playing for a while. See, I enjoy dodging bullets. Like, dodging bullets in itself, the core design of Schwab, just dodging, I find it so cool. Like, dodging is maybe my favorite thing in Touhou, which is why I really like stuff like PDH, where it's exactly what I like, just dodging.
Left, right.
That's honestly what's... The will to get better, and the fact that I really like dodging is a big part of why I still have interest in Touhou. Then you have, of course, as mentioned before by a lot of you guys as well, it's like all the music aspect, character design aspect, and every fan content as well. Because I know we joke about what we call secondaries a lot, but like most of the content they make is very, like, it's great. I really enjoy all the fan content around Touhou, honestly.
Please.
Yeah, actually, can I say something? Most of us probably wouldn't even have gone into Touhou if it weren't for that stuff.
Yeah, I mainly got into Touhou because I was like, I mean, no, we have a question. We have a question about that. Let's not talk about that now. But yeah, just like cute girls as well is the thing that got me into Touhou because I like cute things. And yeah, the games themselves are super fun. I really enjoyed getting better at them. I still want to get better at them. And yeah, why Touhou specifically, not other shmups? First off, because I'm used to it. Second, because I like how it plays. And third, the community is also a big part of why I still have interest in Touhou as well. Like you guys, because I really enjoy talking to any one of you, interacting with everybody, and it's just, it also keeps me going because I like Touhou, I like people playing Touhou, I like talking about it. You know, it's just that kind of stuff that drives me to keep playing Touhou nowadays. And also the fact that, as I said before, I like to dodge bullets, and I also really like to see improvements.
Space management.
Like it feels so good to see yourself play and be like, oh shit, I got better at this. It's just like so cool. So yeah, that's about it for me. Anyone else has something to say, or can we switch team?
Gonna need some support.
Yeah, bring out the A team, I think.
All right, switch out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remy, we're gonna get through this.
All
together.
right.
All right.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Okay, so you know the question. It's on stream. Answer it.
honestly die like.
Well, see, here's the thing. These games, they are so janky that there's always new things to find, and figuring out how the games work in terms of their code and such. It also allows to make more crazy mods. Like my most recent thing was a patch that makes literally everything in Wily Beast and Weakest Creature rotate, and it shows how the loading screen in Wily Beast and Weakest Creature is split into two parts because they both rotate separately, and that's pretty epic.
All right, who else?
I guess I'll go. For me, it was a bit different. For me, it was mostly actually just streaming the games that kept me going. Like I'm the last one to say I've kept going playing Touhou because I haven't played Touhou in a while, like half a year or something actively. But for me, I started out with like just trying to 1cc normal USD, and that took a while. And I was streaming the whole thing. Like I didn't play a single hour of Touhou without it being streamed. So pretty much just the support that I got from that kept me going. And then it was basically just challenging myself to keep going. Like I was trying for all normal 1cc's. Like I went from USD, PCB, IN, etc. And that was also a thing that just like kept it going. Like the amount of content that I could just go through. And once I was done with that, I set out to do USD Lunatic. And that also took like, I don't know, half a year maybe, or a bit less than half a year, I think. But yeah, it's just the challenging myself part and just having something to do with the community that watches my stream and stuff was what kept me going, pretty much.
Right. Who else wants to?
So
Replay
for
value.
me, for replay value, yeah. But so for me, okay, the thing is with me, I've known about Touhou since I think
And
2011 or 2012.
I swear,
And
Toom is so far, dude.
from that time until like 2018, I played the games just on and off. I always kept coming back to it because of the music, because of like, oh, there's another extra stage I still can't beat because I'm still not very good, you know. Back then, and that just kept me going for that time. I was content, I guess, in that. And then 2018 rolls around and like, you know, let's actually try and be a bit better. Go to losing 1C level very quickly, go up to LMB very quickly after that. And now it's that same thing again, where I can just play it on and off all the time, and there's endless stuff to do, and endless, well, endless, quote unquote. But there's loads of things to get better at. Also, this run was sick.
Yeah, this one was sick.
Just make this very obvious.
Play something. Play something.
That's my take, Mino. There you go.
Mino, go ahead. Because technically you're the one who's been around the longest. You've been here for even longer than me.
Probably have.
Just replay value. There's, as I said before, quote unquote endless amount of things you can do. Scoring challenges, survival challenges, piano challenges, case in point, what we just watched.
Exactly.
And also, I mean, don't underestimate the community aspect. I mean, a lot of the people that I still talk to today are people that I met through Touhou. It's fun to share a hobby with people, and Touhou fans are very passionate. Like,
I feel
a lot of
that
the
sort of
people
thing
here.
just starting to come about with me. Honestly.
But yeah, I agree with you on that one, Mino. The replay value is one of the most important things. As I said, like, hey, the will to get better, the will to try out new things, like, the fact you can always go technically higher in terms of difficulty, impose, like, challenges and stuff. Just, like...
Yeah, that's one of the things I should say as well. Like, the idea you can impose challenges on yourself, and some people will think, oh, this challenge is dumb, but other people will think, oh, this challenge is really interesting. Let's see how this changes the game.
Yeah,
and Touhou seems to be a series that handles that very well.
And it's a series that's still going on too, so there's new games in the horizon, new things to explore.
New bugs to find.
Next run is like PCB Nurgesh, easy survival, no inputs.
Hey, this was Nurgesh's greatest run of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Very
magnum opus.
Yeah, this is Magnum
Hey,
Opus.
I've touched that desk IRL.
And do we have anything else to say about this question?
I think that's it.
Or-
We may want to move out because we have over like 80 questions and we're only at 5.
Yeah, we'll keep it going. This is a short
I mean, those
one,
were some
you
loaded
know.
questions, though.
Yeah,
to be
next one is
fair.
very short. Hopefully, can go fast. So let me just edit it.
Okay, what is the best color? What is the best color for a bullet? So you know how in Lennon, depending on how bright or how dark a bullet is, it deals different amounts of damage. I think black is the one that deals the least amount of damage.
Okay.
I mean, it's practically
You all right?
decreased amount of life.
You know what the best color for a bullet is? It's the same color as the background. Of course.
No, we don't lose this here. No.
In Verbal, obviously red.
Yes. See, everything's red.
Personally,
It's
I
a
feel
green
like,
game, everything's green.
like I really like
How about-
personally light blue bullets, but they're kind of overused. So like I kind of like bullet color we don't see a lot. Like mostly purple is not a bullet color we see often. For instance.
Until you play Mishi.
I
like,
kind
I
of
guess-
like the yellowish colors.
Yeah, that is pretty cool as well. Yeah, true.
Yeah, yellow is alright.
Aguya's wacky rainbow spell.
Dialogue. Oh no.
By the way, this is a replay if you haven't noticed the FPS counter in the back.
I don't know.
He's just gone.
Like Nurgesh's
I
video,
told Nurgesh
Nurgesh's
as well.
video editing skills. You haven't noticed the transition, but there is a fucking
Not
replay
the
counter.
dialogue, no.
I told Nurgesh to like
my
record
God.
live gameplay instead of the replay, but he was lazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but the fact that it's a replay
Alright then,
actually
we
makes
get-
it even
Will we
greater.
rotate out?
Oh, it's a
True.
replay.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
next question.
switch
Alright.
team.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What am I saying? Oh wait. Oh wait, no. In mother.
Let's go B team.
B team.
Yes, in the bottom right.
Alright, so what's your favorite bullet color, everyone?
It's a replay.
I
told
like
you.
green.
Wait, of course it's fucking
what are you
green.
talking about?
No, but like it's got Megalith, it's got Killing Doll,
You saw us
it's
at the
got
game.
Book, it's got
No, the FPS counter in the bottom.
I don't
right.
know. I think I just have a lot of patterns that I have nice memories with green bullets.
Wait, the
They also
counter's
tend to
not
have the
fixed.
best contrast because Zoom doesn't really use green backgrounds much.
Oh, look, I got
They're
my
like
phone call.
radioactive green, so you can see them a lot. You can like do a lot of macro around them. Yeah, cool. Why is he playing?
He's not playing, he's drinking a cup of coffee.
I'm fucking
Anyone else want to take over?
I think I like purple bullets the most.
Hell yeah,
Maybe-
let's go, purple team.
Maybe pink.
Pink team too, yeah, pink is a very good bullet
But-
color, yeah.
Honestly, I like whatever color doesn't blend into the background.
That's fair, yeah.
Shout out to the end of Wabauk Stage 3.
I feel like I'm doing pretty well.
Okay,
for honest, in
TSG,
keys.
what about you?
Honestly,
What
mind control
what
is
colors do I
color.
like? God.
I don't think
I mean,
anyone-
so in PCB there are some
no input this
there,
good.
there are like teal bullets, right? There's teal arrowheads and there's teal circles, maybe some other kind of teal bullets as well. I always found that color to be sort of the most
You know what you should have done? You should have plugged the controller.
the most beautiful, so to say. For whatever reason, I like that color for a bullet,
I could've done
and
that,
I
yeah.
also haven't seen them at all outside of PCB for whatever reason. Might be wrong.
Alright.
Club.
Well,
In there.
now next question, hopefully.
Pretty good,
This one may
segment, I
drag
feel
on for a
like.
while though. I think mostly, actually no, TSG may have stuff to say about this one as well.
What?
Actually.
No, what are you
Next
talking
question
about?
is,
I started from the menu.
what was the Touhou community like before TRS? Whew, we have a lot of stuff to say.
Fuck if I know.
Okay, I'm gonna get Mino in here.
7, yeah, go ahead.
So away some of your
Welcome,
anxiety.
Mino. You've been forced because
Oh,
we
what?
need you for the question.
What
I
what
wanna-
question?
The question is, what was the Touhou community like before TRS? Because see,
What
TRS was
TRS are you
already a
even
thing
talking
not too like when I joined, TRS started not too long after I joined. So you're the one who's been around the longest, so you have.
Okay,
some
so
insight.
first things first. What year are we talking about?
I mean, I guess try to get like a quick sum up of how it evolved to TRS. I guess, like if it's not too long, obviously.
I honestly, it's been a long time though, hasn't it? It's been years ago, so I feel like Martin or Marybo would be better at answering the question of like how TRS was formed.
Okay, but like,
Yeah,
how
I-
was the community
I'm
before
making
TRS?
sure that
Though, like,
all of my submissions.
you
are
know,
really
back when
fucking
MOTK
good.
was still a thing.
Okay, right. What's
You can
next?
submit
Honestly, I
anything
don't.
so far.
Hmm.
Off piano. Oh yeah, this is.
See, I'm not really prepared for this question. I'm sorry.
Fine. Take your time. We can go back to it later if you want.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm more wondering, like, what kind of aspects is the question asking about in general?
Well, I assume like how was it in terms of like relation to people, like how people interacted with each other and stuff. How was the community? Like, were people friendly? That kind of stuff, I guess.
Honestly, I don't really, I don't really want to answer that question on a stream. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, I started
I
playing
answer.
in
Get the
2009.
answer.
I don't really want to answer that. Although I wasn't really in any communities until 2019.
I mean, there's always good parts and bad parts. I mean, I can talk about the less tea parts because I'd rather talk about just What I can say is that Touhou actually had a streaming community back in like 2011, if you can believe it.
Really?
Touhou streaming has been around as long as Twitch, and I started streaming Touhou in 2012, and it was interesting because there were their own little communities there. Not a lot of people actually used microphone though, so it was mostly just people who would, you know, stream and then chat with their chat in the stream chat, which was fine. There was a lot more activity on forums. Yeah, definitely. A lot of because we have stuff like, well, we did have stuff like DRC, and I mean, we do have TWC. A lot of these events, like big events like that, they all happened on forums. There were challenge threads and stuff. And DRC originally was on the Ainte forums, so a lot of the interactions between the communities back then were either on forums, on IRC, on Twitch TV, or on Skype. Because back in the day, we didn't have Discord, so everyone just used Skype, and we had Skype groups, and it was hilarious.
Those Skype groups. Never forget the
wasn't that
Mofail
one?
Skype group.
Yeah, it was one of those. You got your hand reveal there.
Yeah. Alright, well, I think that's it for this question then, because none of us really have like. See, when I joined like TRS wasn't really a thing yet, but I already joined in like the Discord era. Cause like I joined when Yats was going for SA LNN. That's around when I joined the community. So yeah. I don't think anyone else has anything to say about this. So
I couldn't talk about one thing I've noticed, and I find actually pretty cool in between like different iterations of TRS and just how the community's evolved in general.
I think we have a
got
question
into
about that. I think at some point.
Oh, okay, all right, then no bother.
Next question is directed as me, and it's it's obviously Joaquin.
Alright, so we have an essay replay that's missing the first one. That's incredible.
Okay, so the question Joaquin asked me is, why Seki is the best girl? And the answer is, she's not.
She's the best boss in the series.
I mean, she's the best mate. I'll give you that. She's the best.
If I
No,
may
that's good, though.
interject, go fuck yourself, Oren, as best girl.
What do you mean? I mean, like,
Are
look,
we using a strict definition of maid or a more broad definition?
a weeb definition of maid.
Okay, then Yomu is better.
Wow.
No, Yumeko is better. She's a sword lesbian. Then again, so Yomu. Shit.
Alright, well, that was an easy one. Okay, next question is probably... It's directed as Nurgesh and me, but Nurgesh is not here, so... I guess I'm just gonna do it myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's a question I can answer either way, because It's mostly directed as me, though, because I do most of the... I do, like...
Yeah, you'd be in charge, like, the organization and stuff.
Okay, so...
No,
wait.
what are you doing?
Yeah, so... What is the staff position on a TRS YouTube channel?
Oh.
I do have a lot of stuff to say about that, so I'm standing up on my chair. This run pisses me off! Oh my god. In any case, so yeah, what's my position on a TRS YouTube channel? You see, we thought about this a lot actually. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, like uploading the TRS VODs on YouTube, but also having like highlights and like maybe best halves of TRS on YouTube. The thing is, it's kind of linked to like something I wanted to talk about later, and it's an idea we've had with TRS for a while, like, to grow the channel a little bit. Because for right now, I don't think TRS can get that much bigger without doing some extreme measures. And I would like to make a YouTube channel, but without getting money involved, I don't think it's gonna be really some. This run annoys me so much, I swear to God. Anyway,
Why
so
you
with...
died that I think it's static, please?
Oh my God! Without
my
getting,
God.
I can't. I'm looking away. Fine.
I do not see it.
But yeah, for real though, like to get a YouTube channel and to like, if I wanted to upload the VODs on YouTube, we could just do that. It would be like easy, just get the VOD uploaded. But I don't think if we make a TRS YouTube channel, at least from my point of view, I would like to make specific content for that YouTube channel. For instance, highlights of TRS, like monthly or weekly highlights of TRS. But without, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work, you know. Like it's not. I don't know how to do it. I don't have time. Nobody else have time. It's normally something you pay people to do, which is why I told you guys I thought, and we thought with Nergesh and like the staff for quite some time, thinking about maybe trying to get money involved with TRS to grow the channel, get more content, more stuff, paying people to like paying people so they could make TRS highlights for us, having a logo, just growing the channel in general. And yeah, I would love to have this. Honestly, if we can make it a reality, I would love it. That would be insane. But we would need a full-time like editor or something, which costs money, and we don't have money because you know we do it for free. We don't have money. We just...
I mean, I do the first ones for free, to be honest. So.
Thanks. But, like, yeah, we can't ask you every time. You know, it takes way too much work.
I've done it. I can just doing editing.
which is why I'm taking this opportunity to tell you guys we thought a lot of getting money involved with TRS, and by that I mean maybe getting affiliates so you guys could support the channel if you really want to, or just donations as well. And it would honestly allow us to do a lot. And the most notable applications I see from that are obviously the YouTube channel. Like this is the main thing, and that would be honestly very, very cool. So what's my position on a YouTube channel? I want one, but we'd need money to make it the way I want it to be. All right. Sorry, you were saying something, Lauren.
I don't remember. I think I just said like a small side
I think
thing.
you could
Don't worry about it.
make a YouTube channel and just upload VODs for now. And if you ever like get affiliate or money to hire an editor, you can have it added to later.
Yeah, this is something we're probably gonna do. Yeah, just uploading the VODs on YouTube.
Then again,
We could get someone to do it because I'm gonna forget, so we could get someone to do it every week. It's like, yeah, just upload the VODs.
Isn't there a way to have Twitch do it automatically?
Really?
I think so. The thing is that Twitch holds all content you have for 2 days. So you have to wait like 2 days before you can upload it. Twitch on. But yeah, I think also another thing is you'd have to separate have like a TRS VOD channel and then just like a TRS main channel to not clutter the main channel with all the highlights, you know, epic TRS funny moment compilation.
Oh yeah, that. I mean, we'll figure that shit out if we ever get enough money to get to this point, or if we ever get money so we can hire an editor. But yeah, that's it for this question. Hope you guys found it interesting, because this is something that interests the future of TRS, and that's something I really like put a lot of thoughts into. So, yeah. Next question. I think nobody's gonna be able to answer that one, but what is your favorite exercise to do?
Okay, so you know when a game releases, but you're outside,
Yeah.
but you really want to play the game, so you run halfway across the town to go play the video game for the next 8 hours, sat on your ass on your couch. That's my favorite exercise. They just do like marathon sprint running.
Does we fit count?
I personally was not expecting anything else from this poll.
I could kind of answer this.
Really? Go ahead.
Yeah, power walking or just walking really fast.
Alright.
Mine is honestly cycling. The problem is motivation issues.
Cycling's actually
Oh,
fun.
cycling
I
is
was
super
gonna
fun.
say cycling too.
Yeah, cycling. Honestly, I'd go with cycling too.
Yeah,
But if we
cycling is
talk-
fun, but where I live, there aren't really any bike roads, so I have to go out and cycle on like these country roads where cars could hit me, so it's kind of scary.
Yeah. But if we talk about sports in general,
I do that. Like whenever I go out cycling, there's this really relaxing, country dirt road really close, and it's relaxing, but it's exhausting as fuck. But it's still really sort of rewarding to cycle all the way through.
yeah, fair. But if we talk about sports in general, I also really like tennis. That's a sport I've actually done for like 6 years of my life when I was a kid. The thing is, I can't do this shit now, but I used to be pretty good at it actually.
Oh, actually, speaking of sports, I think I was gonna get into HEMA at some point, which is like sword fighting,
Oh my god.
like historical sword fighting with like actual swords and shit, which technically counts as exercise, I guess.
Oh my god.
So if I had to answer, it'd probably be that.
You guys done? Alright, let's switch. Oh,
Yeah, go.
I have also one last thing. I have
Yeah?
considered picking up climbing.
Oh,
Oh, climbing is super fun too.
it sounds pretty fun, yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll actually give it a try, but I don't know. Probably when this Corona shit is over, I'll give it a try.
Alright. Well then,
Alright, well,
time
yeah.
to switch team.
Yeah.
See you guys in one question.
Hello.
Yeah, alright, you know the
So-
question, it's on stream, tell me.
Go ahead, Truce.
Okay, so
Oh, 3-2.
Okay, sorry, dude, first thing go.
so here's the deal. I tend to take really, really long walks, right? And then here's the thing about climbing, which Anomalakaris, I think, talked about.
That was TSG.
And that
that's
is
fine.
okay, TSG. But here's the deal. So there are two ways I can get up the hill to my house. Either I can take the concrete road, which doesn't take as much energy, but it takes too long to do, or I can climb a really steep slope, which is a lot faster, but it involves more exercise. I have been doing both, but I obviously prefer the climbing the really steep slopes because it is faster. And in general, when I just sit in my chair or when I'm just in my room, I tend to move around a lot.
Alright. Who else?
So for me, I will add to the cycling thing. Cycling is like the most fun for me because you get to be like out in nature and enjoy the scenery and stuff, and it's like not as taxing, I'd say, as like running. Well, I mean, you can cycle like really fast and it can be exhausting and stuff, but it just gives you like more of a chill out vibe, I feel like, cycling. And then the second thing is I actually really enjoy bench pressing when it comes to like lifting stuff, because it's just like you and that big chunk of weight and you're just benching that. Really fun.
Nice. You can try to lift me, dude.
I mean, how heavy are you?
I don't know, like 65 or something?
I can bench you.
I don't know.
Gastari hates to see it.
I could bench you, yeah.
Pog. Alright, well then, Truce.
Okay. So I'm with kind of 32th. You know, the whole long walk thing is really nice.
Yeah.
But you know what the best exercise like truly is?
What is it?
Seeing how hard you can press the X button on your keyboard.
I like how Gastari
That's the best thing to do.
silent as
Alright, next question.
Down.
By the way, I would recommend doing like every team doing like the last question, then the next question, because then you don't have like people sitting for ages in the backup voice.
I mean, yeah, that's
is
what
what
I
we've been
thought
doing.
we were
Really?
doing.
Have we been doing that? I feel like I've been sitting there for ages.
No, we haven't. That's just you. Anyway,
Alright.
this question's just for Gastari anyway.
Next question. No, it's
This
not.
was definitely only just for Gastari.
Why not put an in-game display that shows the input of the replay? So let's say, hypothetically, for the sake of argument, that there is this really cool player that can consistently push the same button every 2 frames, and he might even be able to do consistent and pretty good movement with it. Wouldn't that mean that they're cheating? Curious.
To anybody who says save spotting is cheating, then don't even touch your controller, bro.
But yeah. So why not even put an in-game input display?
Honestly, I don't think the input display would be all that useful. Honestly,
I don't really
Not
think it's
for-
all that interesting.
Yeah,
But that's
not,
just me
not
personally.
for not for learning how to play at least, or maybe in a few fringe circumstances, but not overall as a tool to learn. You're better off.
What were we doing?
You're obviously like, oh, how do I? Oh, this is how you dodge this pattern.
Yeah, okay,
You know,
so
like
my
you go up and around. Like for like this here, you go up on top of her, and then you go up left, and you go around. And
That's what I'd like to know.
and she dies, which is exactly not what Timing is doing right now. But you know,
I also think it kind of clutters the stream probably a bit
that's the
too
most
much.
important thing, not really the inputs themselves.
It might, yeah. Personally, because like I host the stream mostly, so it's like I decide the layout and shit. But why not put an an input display? It's mostly because first off, I don't think it would add a lot. I use it on my stream because I think it adds when I play live. It's funny, but for replays, I don't think it would be that necessary. And the most important reason why we don't have an input display is because the only input display for Touhou I know of does not work like in the if you make it run in the back. What I mean is if you put your game in full screen, the program will not display your inputs if you're like in full screen. And because of the way I host TRS, it just would not work. That's all. And also I think the program look ugly as hell. So yeah.
Please die.
Well, that's it. Unless someone else
I don't
has,
have anything to
Okay,
add
for
here.
okay,
Oh,
for
wait,
the
maybe
next
it was more
question,
direct Junior.
okay, for the next question.
Well, maybe we want to ask the other team what their thoughts
Yeah,
are
let's
about it.
ask.
Anyways, for the next questions, don't forget that image. Don't forget that image. I'll resend it again.
Who wants to bet that he dies
Okay.
to Oku's
I look
opener?
forward to it.
So that
Alright, so yeah,
Right, man.
yeah.
I saw that he was getting closer and closer.
B
to
team,
the
let's
late
go.
So, what do you think of an input? Oh, let me get Nino in here as well.
I was like, he's.
So, what do you guys think of adding an input display to TRS?
I don't
But you
think it
have
would
to,
be
like-
that
Go ahead.
useful except for
Gaston
like
was
tasks.
good enough of a replacement.
Yeah, and like the thing is, if there's a task
They
run,
did
it would
a
have
good
to be a
job
video,
indicating
right?
Gaston to the
Yeah.
Unless
Gastari.
they provide a
Well, you
replay
could send
file.
a task replay.
Yeah, you can, but it's like always labeled as test either way.
So the thing is, either you would have to like find some really goddamn obscure program that reads the inputs in the replay and replays them, which might be a pain, especially considering that it might not be perfect. Or you could have I don't know, someone like 32th develop one for us. I feel like this would be a better option because I don't know, I trust 32th as a programmer, and B, it could be personalized for TRS. However, it's
And stylized too.
kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't know if it like would actually be worth it to develop an entire sort of new application for like one end, right?
I think there are programs that can show input for replays already.
Yeah, there is one, but the one I mentioned is like the one that doesn't work full
Oh yeah,
screen
less
very
sun
much.
on second wave.
Oh yeah, I think you have to play windowed.
Yep, which is why I don't use it.
Yeah, also I
And
think
then
I don't know
if-
if it would be that helpful.
If a submission is for like a video, like if they send a video, you're not gonna be able to show the input.
That too, yeah.
Do the suns even matter?
He is
Because,
not
like,
doing the save strategy.
Like, we've planned out our UI like pretty well. It's like nice. We've got a good balance, and it would just add some other extra variable. And, like,
Well,
make it
usually
better.
you would put the input display over like the right part of the game window, because there's just like the logo there.
I don't know. Depending on how it's done, it could be an eyesore though.
I mean, if you can
Seen it
find a
done
nice program, we
before,
would need to make a
it's not
program from the
too-
ground up, pretty much. Because the one that
Yeah,
exists
maybe
is
when
not
we have
suited.
money TRS. Maybe when we have TRS money.
Yeah,
so-
another reason to add money to TRS, by the way. Just putting that here.
Yeah. Make it more professional, but
Yeah.
currently, I don't think there really are plans to it. It wouldn't add much compared to the amount of work we have to do for it.
Anything else, or can I switch question?
I thought you switched question now.
Alright, the next questions are directed to me. And they are very important questions. Questions that people have been wondering.
For Bible.
Oh my god. For a while. Why am I French? Well, you see, so, it all started in 1986. I was in space. I was just casually driving my spaceship and shit. And at some point, I was like, oh, what is this random blue bullshit? And I went to Earth. I was like, that's bullshit. Why do people like this thing? And I was like, okay, you know what? Gonna try to live there for a while. The thing is, my people back home told me, wait, you can't just stay there, you know? You can't stay there. You gotta have an alibi. And I was like, oh shit, okay, dude, okay, I can't be asked, just find something for me. And he was like, okay, there's this country called France. You're gonna go there, you're gonna be French, just pretend to be French. Nobody's gonna see that you're not. It's gonna be perfect, you know? And I was like, oh, fuck's sake, man. You have... Fuck you, dude. And that's how I became French.
Dude.
I forgot about this!
Oh my god, does the red end there?
It does!
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about this fucking thing. It spun the sun and fucking died!
That's so good. I mean, it's my story of like, in the Middle Ages, in like 800 or something, someone decided, why don't we use birds to hunt? And then they had lots of babies, which eventually could be traced back to me.
But yeah, okay, so that, yeah, you guys know what I'm French now. I was born now, who would have thought? Next up, when am I going to play Lennon? You see, like, people ask me this question all the time. And first off, stop. Like, the more you say, the less likely I'm gonna be to do it. And second, I've been always saying that I will play Lennon the day you guys port it to ECL. And guess what? Pruitt just did that in his D mod, where he replicated a Lennon stage into Touhou, and guess what? I played it!
Was it fun?
No, not in the slightest.
I'm sorry, you tried.
Okay, next, we may want to start getting faster. We have like 71 questions, we're only at 14. Next, thoughts on a third TRS submission theme. Okay, before we answer that question, I just wanna ask this. I just wanna answer real quick that to anybody who's wondering when are we gonna have a third submission theme before even thinking about what it could be. You see, right now the TRS queue is like big. Like it's big to the point where it takes at least 1 month.
Yeah, I'm not,
1 month to get your runs shown, and that's assuming we have 2 streams a week.
I could submit a second fucking run before my first one is shown,
and
still be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually a submission theme is when the queue is getting low and we want to do something to get a bunch of replays in a short period of time so that we don't run out.
Yeah, I do submission themes as a way to bring activity. And also because it's pretty fun. But right now the queue is like huge. Like if you just go and check the queue right now on the Discord server, it's like it's just like way too it's too big. So yeah. Now my thoughts on it. I have a few idea, but I don't know if I should spoil too much because it's gonna take a while before we have one next anyway. So I thought of the first one was going to be reverse controls. So like Seisha, but in every game, pretty much. Left moves right, right moves left, up moves down, and down moves up. Or the other one I had would be play 2 Touhou games at once, because you actually can. You can only use a controller to do that, but with a software to emulate controllers on Touhou, you can bind your keyboard, and you can essentially control 2 Touhou games at once, which could be hilarious. Those are my guesses.
I'm okay.
What about you guys?
I'm okay.
How do you get it to let you open 2 games at once? 'Cause I
Oh,
thought it
as
didn't
long
let you
as
do
it's not
that.
the same game, I think you can actually.
Oh, I thought it didn't work with any 2 games.
I have no creativity, so you ain't getting any suggestions from me.
No.
There was a funny suggestion we came up with in call once, but I forgot what it was.
Oh, next we have Borealis' Wabao practice. Oh my god.
Write down the run.
Are you guys ready for this one?
Like on the layout, and then when I click.
Whenever I hear that a
I don't
replay
know.
is spell practice, I'm always
Just watch,
kind of...
just watch, just watch. You guys gotta keep in mind, Borealis wasted a month of TRS submission to send this. He
Worth it,
wasted a
though.
month for this.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Alright?
Well, it kind of screws us for time as well, because like,
Yeah.
you know, one of the 7 runs. Oh, you have ties.
Yeah. Alright, so, anything else to add about this, or shall we?
Not really.
Not
no.
really. Do you think? Can anybody ask if B team wants to
Let's
answer? I mean,
watch it
just tell
again,
B team
hell
they can
yeah.
answer if they want to.
Let's watch it again.
Yeah, I'll go
We've
tell A
already
team.
answered though.
I think A team's in chat anyways.
Yeah, they got nothing. Alright, then next is a question that we are gonna have stuff to say. Have I been watching this thing like 5 times by now? It's incredible.
Again.
Yes, I have.
Don't worry about it.
Again.
Oh my god.
Wait.
What is your best Touhou achievement?
Is this screen?
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead. For me, it's my UFO LNB and V as Rainbow B. That thing took me 8 months. It's like by far the reason I consider this my best Touhou achievements is obviously because it is my hardest achievement. The thing that took me the most time to get, the thing that was the most painful to get, and the thing that felt the best when I got it. That's my UFO LNB and V.
Hey, it's getting darker.
Who else?
Shit,
It's
dude.
getting darker.
I guess we're not gonna go too much into details as to why it's the best, because we have a lot of questions. Just say which one's your best.
Yeah.
Well,
literally a dark
my projects are always kind of works in progress. So I don't really want to say that one sort of achievement, so to say, of mine is better than any of the others yet, because like I said, they're works in progress. But I guess the one that's brought me most closure, so to say, when it comes to a goal, is probably fucking 4 billion in Wabaki, you see.
Yeah,
That's kind of the achievement that I'm gonna definitely put on the back burner for a while, because I need to play the fucking higher difficulties, man.
Alright,
Okay, I'm gonna replay it
Um,
4 times.
For me, it's either the PCB score or the EOSD LNN.
Masterpiece together.
Alright.
Yeah. For me, it's like either Junko no Miss no Bomb, because like that took a lot of effort and there was a lot of playtime, lots of emotions during that. And like I'm really proud of all the effort I managed to put in, how much skill I gained, like how visible it was, even though it took a lot of time. And there's also the EOSD 2 Miss No Bomb, the first one I did, because like it was kind of a run that came out of nowhere. I just put up a credit and all of a sudden I got this unbelievable god run. It was full spell, no Miss No Bomb stage 6, lots of good captures. It was just really nice to get. It felt the nicest. It's also crazy, but yeah, that's what I've got for me. Switch to 18 now.
For me, it would be PCB LNB, but with border break. Well, only accidental border breaks. But that's the only time I've beaten a game on Lunatic without bombing.
Alright.
If it's pacifist, I'm gonna have to speed through
Called the B team.
a lot of the patterns.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Get Truce in here. There we go.
So
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
me, it's either one of
This will be
two.
interesting.
One of it would be my USD Lunatic 1cc,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one, which probably would
No
be my
bomb, no
choice, is
shoot.
my
Yeah,
3 miss
that
no
seems to be the
bomb
dream thing.
HNB, 3 miss no bomb USD.
All right.
Hard.
And it's hard to say what my best achievement is. It's one of my LMPs, but all my LMPs are like almost max miss for every single one. Because I keep choke at the end, so I'll just leave it at that. Like one of my LMPs.
QnA timeout.
But
or-
more to
or-
come from me, pretty sure.
My most recent
I don't know
Iron
how this is
Lunatic
gonna
wants to see,
go.
but I submitted that one to TRS. You will see it sometime in the future.
What the fuck? I have a Lunatic 1cc?
This looks awful already.
That's my second one.
What?
Alright, well,
Yeah?
we're already at the 20%.
What?
Got one in EOSD. I got an EOSD Lunatic 1cc in 2018.
What? Really? I thought you didn't even play the game.
That's disgusting.
Do
Oh, God.
I recently just randomly started 2 Iron Lunatic attempts to see if I'm still worthy, and turns out I am.
What is this run even do?
Oh, Royal Flame. Safe spot?
Doing nothing.
You can actually.
Oh, it's a route.
You-
Never mind. But it's a route at the top right corner of the
Oh, it's a
screen.
route. Oh. I mean, it's
Wow.
Galaxy Brain. I love it.
I think homing wouldn't kill.
Of course he wouldn't.
I have to
well,
say that this
I
is
have-
some excellent dodging.
Next question?
and excellent routing
Go on.
to be able to do this run. So it's actually kind of the polar opposite of the last one.
Favorite and least favorite
When I
bullet
saw
type.
Rainbow,
Alright,
So my
yeah.
favorite
Next
be
is
another
favorite and least favorite
tutorial
bullet type.
here,
Let me
but
put that on stream.
This is a nice surprise.
I mean, yeah, like,
Alright, so.
Alright, so I've got to
Jeez.
say this first. I'm gonna say my favorite bullet type is the bubble because you can just like go inside it
Hell yeah, dude.
most of it and not
This guy is
and not die.
actually really good
My least
at
favorite
what
bullet
the hell?
type is also the bubble because
Yo, it's
you can go inside of it
You're also
and
most
not
of
die
the
most of the time.
Yeah, this is-
most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Where
I
hitboxes.
mean,
USD
I mean, this
bubbles
spell
are
already sucks
all-
so many balls already. It's like,
Let's just go with that.
Well, for me, my most favorite is probably USD bubbles because I only play USD.
Oh my god.
crazy.
So I'm actually used to them.
Why?
So it's like every other bubble is like unusual for me, but USD bubbles I know
Yeah,
them.
you can't
So
really
it's
dodge
like
all the
I
power
don't know,
items there anymore.
feels natural.
You actually know them
Wow.
personally? Wow.
Yeah, they're my best friend. They're my
I mean,
neighbors.
they're off
I'm not
the
your best friend. Fuck you.
Yang orbs.
God damn, I got sorry.
Right.
And for my
Anybody
Oh,
What?
oh,
Oh, sorry, go on then.
for my least favorite bullet type, it had to be squiggly snakes.
So here's the deal about Touhou bullet types. So in the old engine they were all squares, and that's janky. But in the new engine they all have to be circles because bullets can only have a hit radius. But here's the deal: the jelly beans, they're actually pretty oval shaped, so they only have a center circle in which you can actually get hit by them. And that jankiness is why the jelly beans are my favorite bullet type. And for my least favorite bullet type, that would probably also be the jelly beans because of how easily you can get bullshit by them probably.
What the fuck?
Wait, wait.
Okay, for me now, I really like bubbles because they're super fun to dodge. You can just get inside and shit, it's super fun. I also really like Skittles, like, you know, the good old Skittles, because they're the most generic. They may be the most generic bullet type in Touhou, but they're very fun to dodge. I like those. And now my least favorite bullet type, Jelly
I
beans.
don't think we have to say
Fuck
anything.
Jelly beans. I swear to God,
Speak for
playing low
itself.
K,
This is
especially
very high level
Seiran's
replay.
mid spell in
I'm
stage
speaking of
1,
this first now,
made
because
me
literally
realize
nothing's
how
happening.
annoying
Yeah.
Jelly beans can
I don't
get.
think anything
Oh
is
my
happening
God.
very trap either, but-
Not
Okay,
just
let's
jelly
prove my
beans,
theory.
but glow shit jelly beans as well.
How
Oh
was
my
it
God,
the-
yeah, close it, Jelly beans, dude. Ugh.
I was gonna say glow shit is like a close, is a, like a very close second for being worst bullet type.
Oh,
like
the
any
glow
glow
shit.
shit.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
speaking
so
of-
annoying.
oh,
So we're just gonna
Speaking
pass
of
on.
How was
glow
I
shit,
the
you
only one to mention curved lasers?
If they're not too, honestly,
lasers
curved
are
lasers are
terrible.
not too
they're
bad.
laser types, they're not bullet types.
I'll say they're lazy.
I mean, they are.
One is also
Whatever.
pretty easy,
So speaking
yeah,
of
so it's
glowing
also-
bullets, I just remembered Marissa's Eagle Hyper in Wily Beast and Weakest Creature literally
Alright,
makes
lava
glowing
king
bullets
should
invisible.
also just be a root, so I'll probably
Yeah, it's
pass on
great.
it as well.
It's wonderful.
Flan
Great,
is so much
great
easier than
stuff.
the dig section.
So 18.
Yeah.
So far.
Alright, let's switch.
It's in the root and it's very safe, so...
Hello, hello.
Hello, hey team reporting.
Let me get Mino here as well.
Third knowledge was
Okay,
very
there we go.
Wow. I
Member.
forgot how free this boss
Okay,
fight is
so
at the start.
tell me, what is your favorite bullet type and least
Yeah.
favorite bullet type?
Far of a kind,
Funny, we've actually been
it's
discussing
also-
this on the sidelines,
Oh,
but
wait.
Oh.
No way.
I'll go first. I'm a basic bitch. I actually like the Skittles and USD. They're really small. They're the bullets I know the most, and that means like I can do all the funniest, like all the funny, cool, funky dodges because like
Well, far of a kind
they're a hitbox
isn't
I feel
actually
very
too bad,
comfortable
it
with.
seems, fast
So
forward.
yeah, those are my favorite. The
Really not
USD
much going
Skittle
on
bullets.
about it.
Not as much as the marble bullets, like the ones on Kagome, which we'll see soon. But the more like the ones like Starbow Break.
Yeah,
The ones I hate
boss
the most.
Oh, yeah,
I think it would probably be second engine Rise. It feels so aggressive when you play Marisa. Like you just can't get anywhere near it. I can't stand it, and there's so much of it too. So yeah, that's my answer.
I forgot to mention that I really like Mentos as well. They're super cool when you were in like modern engines, like from Moth onward.
Mentos are the devil. I don't know.
So I actually really hate the new era Mentos, like the ones that Dormy uses. I hate how like the hitbox is like almost the sprite compared to like in the Moth era where you could do good squeezes.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah,
They
I
become
hate
so
the-
huge. You're right. It's
Mentos and TD and later are just awful.
Even in PCB, the PCB Mentos are actually really nice, like on Hell God's Sword.
But
They
like
do a
the
lot of
Mentos
good
in
work.
Moth, SA, and UFO, they're so good.
unbelievably good at dodging.
I like the Shiki bullets just because they look really cool.
Hot dogs.
Oh, he's spinning
Yeah.
a bit of the-
And I also like, I don't know if lasers count, but I want to say the PCB curvy lasers are just really good for grazing and they're really satisfying because of that.
Unfortunately, it's also free.
Oh yeah, I guess for grazing, yeah.
So my favorite bullet type is actually the beast bullets that Mamizo uses.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, they're pretty
Yeah.
I
cool.
mean, honestly,
I
Yeah,
don't know, they don't have
for Andre as
for
an
the
extra boss
hitboxes,
does have
what
a
gets me
surprising
like
amount
them.
of free
And
Hey,
that's mostly based on because I think they are pretty and you know I don't really find them annoying in any way because I don't know I just it might be because I'm inexperienced, but I don't find a single bullet type annoying really. So I don't really have a least favorite. However, if I have to have a favorite, it's probably the beast bullets because they're so unique.
I already said my least favorite, but I guess my favorite would be pretty much any bigger bullet in IN because you can just go all the way into the bullet and not get hit.
No, this is not Kagome, this is
Especially
especially-
Mentos.
something,
Yeah.
but
Especially border
this should
team
also
too.
just
Oh yeah, border team. You can just like clip through amulets and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, everyone, I don't
okay.
want to beam in. I think we're
Okay.
gonna have to like make things a
Alright,
bit
it's
faster
a
because
route,
we're only at
but,
question
it's a
17
very
out of 71.
brained one.
Alright.
I mean,
Like, let's
yeah,
try
like,
to go a bit faster.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
let's
question.
go
gotta
fast.
think of finding a safe spot.
Anyone,
like that, but-
everyone answered that already?
You did it.
Next question.
The
Alright,
bullets.
aim on what am I
Yes,
doing?
we can answer.
Alright,
Flan
then
don't
next
so
question
easy.
is it even gonna fit in? It is. Okay, so first let me
Alright.
just
Plot
I can't see
that doesn't
much
tell
better.
time should
I
also
let me
be
fix this as well.
fairly straightforward.
What's going on?
So,
I was
there's
just
no,
correcting
like,
some typos in the
one
question, which
way
now
level
annoyed me
cycle,
way more than it should have.
But other than that, it's pretty straightforward.
In any case, so what do you think about this question?
Which one's the angry one?
I think it's wolf. I think it's the one I
The
prefer
wolf.
to.
I want the wolf one.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
They're all like crackheads and just like literally have no object permanence or sense of future and just be like, me fight, me angry now. I
Yeah,
You're supposed to do
think that'd be very funny.
yeah.
I would say Reimu Eagle, Marisa Wolf, Yomu Otter.
Yeah, that would be funny. Actually, I think Yomu Eagle would be kind of funny. Eagle's like the arrogant douchey one, right?
Here's the thing, right? I haven't actually read the Wobok dialogue in ages, so I don't have an opinion.
Otter Reimu is hilarious because Otter Reimu is actually really nice.
Look at them clump up like that, like
not particularly pretty.
Yeah. So I like also like
So
it leaves the door open for Eagle Yomu, which I think would be kind of funny. Like a smug, arrogant Yomu.
But QED is so insane that he's probably gonna lose all 3 lives on QED and barely manage
Smug,
to
arrogant Yomu actually has some really good facial expressions.
Oh, we're about to see a perfect pacifist
I think you've
QED.
seen them. Anyways, B-Team and...
Well then, B team.
Wait,
Yeah,
we had to see
18 out.
Pacifist QED?
Maybe. I don't know. They only said no bomb in the run
Okay,
submission. They didn't
so
even
tell
say the
me.
no shoot part, so...
Eagle.
So tell me, all I'll say
Oh,
is,
boy.
you know, when I
here we go,
played
QED.
Wily for the first time and every time after it, you know, the game
This
is
gonna be an experience.
the game's in Japanese,
I think
so I
the
don't know
holdings
what the
is
personalities are like.
Oh,
very boring.
Just learn Japanese for him.
Just learn
I-
Japanese. If only it was that simple.
I read the
If only it was
dialogue
that
on
simple.
PH.
But yeah, honestly, my honest answer is I haven't read the Wily dialogue at all. I just haven't
Wolf,
read it.
were you done?
Yeah, that's me. That's all I have to say.
I would probably say Wolf, but just because I want kind of like the mental image of Reimu basically turning into Doom Guy and being like, all right, time to exterminate some fucking yokai, badam, 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 and just fucking going angry all in.
For a reason.
That's mine.
This
Wolf.
is extremely notorious for a reason.
Let's see.
Oh,
How did you?
I mean, even
I already
how good he
answered.
dodged earlier,
Well, everyone
it's
answered
kind of
already?
obvious.
Okay,
This
next
is
question.
just way too much
Okay,
stuff.
well, I was
Directed to me, asking me to say some
Oh,
stuff
wow.
in French, and to that, I have a very answer ready for that.
Oh!
Can you say ho ho le pleasure in French? No.
I mean, you just did.
I just
good
did
answer.
no.
Alright, next question.
Yeah, next
Nice
question.
detail.
We gotta
let's-
speed run this.
Okay, we're speedrunning the questions now. Let's fucking go. Alright, so next question.
Um,
What makes TRS so special that even without any logical commentary, it's still great? What do you mean no logical commentary? I'll have you know! My commentary make a lot of sense, alright?
So there was one death
No,
on
this
QED
question
which
doesn't
came
make so much
really
sense. I
early.
mean,
He
it's
didn't
a
even
nice
answer one
praise and all, but
already,
like,
but,
if yes, please give expressions on when to
that probably
see.
would have been a
What
good
Yeah.
does that even mean?
But think
I
this
do
is
not
better
know,
result
and
for the
I am
stream.
gonna get rid of that because it makes no sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe I think I know. Wait, I think I know what it
Really
means.
well written for the stage, and,
I think it means like let us. I think it means like let me know when logical commentary actually comes up.
Wow.
I think that's what they're meaning.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one.
But
During submission themes, there's always a lot of nonsensical commentary that's funny.
It's true. Okay, so
We can agree
for
it's
real,
definitely
regarding the
the
what
first
makes TRS so
special.
special and shit, like,
Please submit
I'm
more
not
of
gonna
your
lie,
reasons.
we don't always talk about the run. That is true. We sidetrack a lot. That
I
is
know.
true.
I know.
That is
I know
very
it.
true. We
Yeah,
sidetrack a
Jesus,
lot.
influence.
I try
Having
to
an
give as
effect.
much insight I can on runs, but sometimes I just like. Look, hear me out. I've been doing TRS since like 2016. I've been on the TRS hosting since like 2016, pretty much, when first was a thing. So let's just say that I've been I watched in my life a lot, and I do mean a lot of Touhou runs. So the only way for me to still have fun and not lose my fucking sanity watching Touhou runs. Oops, that was my mic. Watching Touhou runs is you know, sidetracking to say dumb shit because like I'm gonna lose my fucking mind if I don't. So yes, we don't always talk about the run, but now you know the explanation. Now, why is it great? I think it has just something to do with the fact it's funny. Like there is a very good mood when TRS is going on. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's just chatting, chilling. I think it's just like the fact it's, you know, it's good. Like good mood and shit. Yeah, just
Good
makes-
vibes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, good vibes. Just like it's pretty fun. So I think that's why, even without a logical commentary, it's still like very fun.
For me, it's basically the same. Just like when it's a bunch of friends just shooting the shit and being like just relaxed around each other. It's when it's the greatest.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I don't have. I don't really have anything to add. It's just fun being on.
By that logic, TRT has lost its mind a long time ago.
I mean, it has.
Yeah, already has, of course.
Wait, is this?
I don't have anything to add to this. I just.
Yeah, I think it's basically that, right?
Let's move on, quick.
Yeah, quick. Actually, unless B team has something to say about that.
Replies on this sheet are no items, so I never did it.
Oh god, it's Yoshi's run. Let's go.
Alright, no, I have to be here for this. Let's go.
Well, I'm gonna assume they don't have anything to say about it, otherwise they would have told me in chat. So next question. Oh, this one.
What is he gonna draw? What is it?
What else?
Wow.
Oh. Poggers.
Okay, this is PogChamp.
Beautiful.
All right.
Good one.
So how did you get into Touhou? This?
Oh,
I'm gonna
boy.
try. This is gonna take forever. I'm gonna try to
This is one of the loaded.
I
This is one
told
of
this
the most
story.
loaded questions in a while.
I have told this story so many times. I think I can try to summarize it up really quickly. Okay, so first let me switch around because that thing is already over.
Good run though.
Yeah, good run, GG,
Yeah,
nice
good.
PB. For real, though, just this and this, right? So oh my God, it's wow, ST, let's go! Nurgish, what are you sending? Please stop swimming chat. Like, what even is this?
Yes.
It's Crazy Frog.
So something I learned.
Crazy Frog is...
So how did you get into Touhou? Alright, so it all started back when I was in high school in 2015. In high school you had PCs you could just play on. You could just plug a USB and just play whatever game you wanted on there. And they were free access PCs. That's what I did. I was playing with my friend there. We were just sharing games and stuff. One day my friend went, like, he left to grab a drink or something, and I just started because I'm a very good friend. I started to look into his USB to find stuff he had, because I'm a very good friend, you know? And I found this folder with a random game with, like, Japanese characters. And at the time, I just started to get a bit on the website. So I was like, hey, dude, what is this fucking thing? It's called Touhou 6. And it was like, oh, you know, Touhou, let me show you real quick. And then he got me to play OSD, you know? It was like max lives, easy mode, game over in fucking Rumia. I was like, yeah, you know what, just give me the game. And maybe later, I'll just, you know, play it because whatever, yeah, just give me the game, why not? So I got the game on my PC, on my USB, I got the game on my PC. And I never touched it for like 2 months. And then late, at some point, one afternoon, I was bored as heck. I had nothing, like nothing to do. And it's the kind of nothing where even watching like a bug outside would be entertaining. So I was so bored. I just browsed through my game folder, and I saw the USD folder again. I was like, do I really want to play that fucking weird ass Japanese game? Yeah, let's just find something else. The thing is, I couldn't. So I was like, fine. Maybe, with a bit of luck, this fucking thing is gonna keep me busy for 20 minutes. It has been 4 years.
Longest 20 minutes ever.
I know, right?
So yeah, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
being a boomer, my first contact with Touhou was through Ronald McDonald Touhou remixes. So that's like the
Which
first time. What?
Which year did you get?
I mean, I guess that was like
It's too muffled, dude. I can barely
2003 to 2005. I don't know.
Yo, do you mind
Very,
if I
very
try
early.
to fix this?
That like already put the image of Touhou in my mind, but mostly I had the image of, oh my god, it's this super hard video game, hardest video game of all time. Flandre is the hardest thing that could ever be beaten. So I didn't really touch it all until like 2018 when I tried to 1cc USD just for the hell of it. And that kind of stagnated, and then I started like actively streaming on Twitch for a while, like in winter of 2018. And at the end of a stream, I had like nothing to do, and my friend told me, hey, try and play some USD on stream. So I did that, and I have proceeded to 1cc every Touhou game from that point on, and then get my lunatic clear and so on.
This curse, by the way. Why am I here? What have I
Wow,
done?
OSD.
Anyway. So, how I found Touhou. Years 2010 on YouTube. I find this random video. I think he has less than 1,000 views today. Of like somebody's awful, terrible countdown of like the top 50. I think it was like top 50 like best boss themes or something. Like it's this terrible countdown list, and it gets into like. As I'm going through the list, one of the themes that comes up is Lunacock Lunadial. I think in this the short description, the person said Saki was like the hardest boss ever or something. And so they must have been playing on easy mode. They must have been.
Well, don't worry.
They must have been playing on easy mode because obviously there's no stage 6 in USD easy. Then like, I pass that by. I'm like, okay, that exists. And a year later, like I rediscover it. I hear about the game. I'm like, huh. Right, let's try it out. And then, well, I'm still here. Still here.
Okay, so who hasn't?
Still here.
Yeah,
Don't
I
worry.
decided. Okay, so here's the deal. When I was 9 or 10 years old, I found this Super Mario World automatic level with music in it that had Touhou music in it. At the time, I didn't even bother to look up any of the music, so it didn't make me discover Touhou. Then, later in like 2015 or 16, someone made a Touhou related meme, and at that point, and it like really confused me, and it took me a while to wrap my head around what that meme is. And then I stopped caring. And then later, I discovered a Super Mario World ROM hack that used Touhou music. And it was then that I decided, hey, I'm gonna play Touhou Mario. And then I played it, and then Touhou Mario 2 was announced. Actually, it was announced quite a while ago, and there hasn't been any updates for like a year or something. And I wanted something to do while I'm waiting for Touhou Mario 2. So, I started playing Touhou.
By the way, so Subakura's drop type this works kind of
All right, B team.
Yep.
18.
get any power boost. It looks like
I thought we were the
power,
18.
then you get the full. Then you get the full core orbs.
It's
and
fun
then
or
you
we
get
do
3
too.
towers. You get the
I don't know. Anyway, tell me. Let's try to make it fast. Let's try to summarize.
Alright,
I'll make it really
do
fast.
So, basically, when I was a kid, I found it's actually kind of funny. I found a YouTube poop that had a song that was credited as UNO and was her. However, the thing is that it was actually like the quote-unquote second half of UNO and was her, which was like the Cool and Creates remix, you know, the Deathwolf
Oh,
stream.
you!
And then like, so I thought it was like, whoa, this song's a banger, what is it? So then I typed UNO and was her in the search bar and I found the OST version and I remember very clearly saying, what the hell is this song? This isn't UNO and was her. I was expecting the Cool and Create version instead of the OST version, and it pissed me off so much that my ADHD brain was like, I need to figure out the bottom of this. And then I found out it was from a game called Touhou. It belonged to a character called Flandre Scarlet. I was like, what is this? It's like, and then I found out, okay, it's just the second half of the song, is whatever, which also wasn't true, but yeah, so I was like, what is this? Flandre Scarlet, and then I looked at the video, I was like, whoa, this is one of those cool, impossible Japanese games, this is the coolest thing! What, look at all those patterns, look at Kagome, Maze of Love, they're amazing! And then I downloaded the game on my grandma's computer, and ran out of continues on easy stage 4 and never played the game ever again! But I still like the music. I also like Rumia's theme because I could actually reach Rumia and hear it, and I was like, "Whoa, this song's also really cool." But yeah, and then like fast forward to 2016, I just picked up my high school diploma from the school. I was going on a sabbatical year because I was too depressed to study again, and I was going out to get myself some food, and I had my headphones on with the phone, and like the music that was playing was UNO and was her, and I was like, you know what? What if I try these Touhou games out? What if I give them a proper try instead of just game over to stage 4? And then I just started playing Touhou and I met people through Twitch and the rest is history.
Like those normies that listen to bad music in their car waiting.
Anyone else?
Okay, so, basically how I discovered it was initially back in 2010. It's similar to True Story where I found one of those terrible countdown videos, which I thought were the greatest thing ever at the time. In my case, it was a top 10 hardest bosses video, and number 1 just so happened to be Touhou bosses. More specifically, it was it was a tie between fucking Moko and Yukari.
Oh my god.
So I downloaded PCB because I don't know, that was the game that I was sort of more interested in. Actually, I think I downloaded IM as well, played that a bit, but I played PCB a lot more back in 2010. Basically, I think I tried for about 2 to 4 weeks to get my magnum opus, which was my fucking easy mode 3cc with 5 lives. And then I stopped playing it for a while. Then about 5 years later, one of my Skype friends, I used Skype religiously back in the day. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I used it too, don't worry about it.
We had no better option.
Yeah, but that's the only thing we had, man. And well, this or TeamSpeak.
The thing is, this was still when Discord was starting out, but I still used Skype for over a year.
I mean, me too.
In any case, one of my Skype friends has had it as a status that he sucked as Touhou, as a quote, and then I like message him saying, hey, what about me? I haven't played this shit in 5 years. And then I, kind of got back into it. And I 1cc'd UFO, SA, IN, fucking Moth, and PCB on normal. Eventually, then I kind of stopped playing it again, and then finally in 2019, when Omlux was doing his grinding, you guys know who Omlux is, right?
Oh, I know them by name, I think.
Okay, well, he kind of basically his thing was that he wanted to 1cc every single game with every single character on normal, and that kind of inspired me to 1cc UFO hard with every shot type, and I've kind of been into this shtick for ever since, in a way. I should point out though that Touhou has kind of been a semi-active interest for the entirety of the past 10 years that I've known of its existence. Okay, next.
Okay, Karis?
In December 2007, on YouTube, I saw a video called McRolled. I'm sure you know what that is. So then I looked up the song that was in it, and I found out about QnA and Touhou from that.
I love how half of us knew Touhou through QnA.
How much filters did you
And it's the most statistically probable option.
I mean, QnA is also a thing that motivated me to get good at Touhou in the first place.
Yeah, actually, originally I just wanted to be Flounder because she was the boss I knew.
Okay, so
Yeah,
get back to
keep
Karis,
going.
the story, Karis. Go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't going to tell the rest of the story because it would just be too long.
Oh, alright, fair. Next question. We are never gonna finish this in one stream. Let's try to be very short on that one. Is IN a good game to start with?
No.
It's not bad, but there are way better options.
I
think
usually
it's the
think
best
IN is
easy
alright
to start with.
I think IN is alright to start with, honestly. The difficulty is
Yeah,
not
it's-
that big. The game is very generous. Easy mode is non-existent, so it's also a good way to really get used to the game in general. But usually I'd recommend more PCB as a way to start the game.
PCB or you.
I wouldn't start PCB on
It's
easy.
kind of hard. Yeah. My roommates are PCB on easy. It was actually really hard.
The TRS channel on Twitch randomly?
Because
PCB
PCB easy is kind of dumb. But PCB normal is fine.
It was
Okay,
the easiest. Pretty good.
My personal advice is that you should actually start out on normal, not easy, and if it's too much for you, then you switch over to easy.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Let's see. Anyone in B team has something to say about this? Or can we just switch?
32. Does
He would just say yes, okay. So I guess we can just
Maybe I actually should upload all this to YouTube.
The intro was godlike, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna assume they don't have anything to say about it. Oh, this one is gonna get very... Oh my god. We have so many questions that are gonna take forever if we don't speed that up.
Don't worry, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. I wish we have lots of second place runs, we could just make the stream go on for a bit longer.
Yes. What aspect of dodging bullets do you think is the most important to master / get good at?
Oh dear, this question is very interesting to me because
we could talk about. I could legit talk about this for at least an hour.
Yes.
So
I have actually a decently short answer.
It's very difficult to give a short answer to that.
So, I don't necessarily like okay, so to give some context, I see dodging as sort of 3 parts, right? You know, there's reading, there's planning out your movements, and then there's doing the movements itself. Probably the easiest one is reading. No, wait. Actually, the easiest part is, you know, doing the movements. Then after that comes reading. The really hard part about dodging is actually planning out, okay, how am I gonna tackle this pattern? And when I say planning, I mean, you know, live planning, you know, just how to tackle what's right in front of me, etc. That part is like probably the hardest part to master, and as a result, it's probably the most important one as well, because if you...
Oh, Ravi's here, let's go.
God, this is complicated to explain. Just move on. Move on to the next person.
Alright, if you ask me the most important aspect of dodging bullets, I would tend to say maybe if I had to choose one, because obviously everything in dodging, which is like reading and dodging, those are the 2 skills you need when you dodge patterns, reading and dodging. If I had to choose one of the 2, which is like the most important and also probably one of the hardest one to get right, I'd say it's maybe reading. Because like the ability to quickly understand a pattern, understand the bullet pattern, see an exit, is like executing what you just saw is like your dodging ability, but guessing what to do in a short amount of time is your ability to read a pattern. And in my opinion, I'd say if I really had to choose one, even though you always want to increase both, but if I had to choose one, I'd say reading is a very important thing if you ask me.
He's someone the blue with in a fucking power item section.
Yeah. Anyway. My take on this is actually like, it's not a thing like reading or all that stuff, because it just kind of comes naturally, and it's not something you can like consciously train too well either. I'm actually going to say it's pattern recognition, like not in a way that you can like plan out your route through a pattern or something, but it's just like being able to analyze a pattern. Like if you look at like, for example, you know, the Hellgod Sword or PCB Spam or PDH or Lilies, it's just trying to figure out how that pattern works and being able to like properly analyze what you need to do on the pattern. Because
that's reading, if you ask me.
I don't think it's reading. I think it's more like understanding, because I mean, you can have a good overall reading, but like not understand what the hell to do on Meister, you know?
I mean, no, because like your reading and understanding a pattern are like very like tightly linked.
Maybe, I don't know. I just say I find them different, because like if you can read the patterns.
So what the fuck is this pattern easy mode?
It could take you a while to just properly understand the pattern, and like I think it's the best thing if you want to improve fast is just to be able to look at a pattern and be like, okay, this part is aimed, this part is random, this part is dense, this part is fast, which means I have to do this, and this, and just like knowing, okay, for fast bullets I want to do this, for aim stuff I want to do this, for like macro dodgy things I want to do this. This will basically just like give you a head start in how you want to learn and approach a pattern, because what you're good at is like kind of random, honestly. So that's all I have to say about that.
I'd say is being able to know exactly where your character is on the screen even when you're not looking at them.
Is there one done with this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the B team in.
Yeah. I didn't even realize
So
had like 2 different colors of fireballs.
I don't really have anything to say about this.
Alright.
I have a pretty short answer regarding this. So here's the deal. I see newer players, they have really rough movements, really wonky and rough movements, and it takes like a while to switch from one direction to the other. And I had that too. But these days, I look at the screen and the arrow key movements, they just kind of roll off my hands. So like reaching the point where like the movements, the finger movements to press the buttons or move the joystick, they just roll off your hand and you just have a somewhat nice and smooth movement. That's pretty important.
So you mean muscle memory, pretty much?
Why didn't they make Chewbacca or Marissa?
I guess.
Because Chewbacca can't be Marissa.
I guess.
Well, I just have one thing to add, which I wrote in chat because Lorena and you were talking about it, Gastari. I feel like reading and understanding are different in the sense that if you can read a pattern, you basically know where the bullets are moving, right? But I feel
not
like
really.
understanding
Reading is your
different-
ability. No, reading is your ability to find a way out of a situation.
So reading is being able to avoid the bullets, while quote unquote understanding the pattern, the way I understand it, is being able to code it.
No, you can have good reading
No,
without
I'd
necessarily.
say understanding the pattern is knowing how to move to make it easier.
Yeah, knowing how it works, so you have a plan, like a
Yeah.
plan of attack.
Yeah, I think I'm agree.
Knowing how it
Yeah.
works, so you can like read it better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the two like they're not the same, but they also like are very related.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
very linked.
Is Wishmaker gonna capture GT?
I don't have anything else to add here. Other than
Are we
there's a
done with this
lot-
question? Or
The only thing I would
Yeah.
say is there's a lot of different aspects to it, and each one is important in its own way. Like, there's no single one that's
Yeah.
absolutely critical, other than don't get hit.
that
of
is
course.
very true. Like we may have different point of view on this, but overall we all kind of always like all say the same thing.
Yeah.
We just express it differently, but at the end of the day, it seems like all of us pretty much think the same thing.
And
Yeah,
see, this,
there's many different ways to not get hit.
Yeah.
and this is
Best not to
proof
get
that
hit.
everyone does actually use different names for things.
True. Alright, next question then. If you were a Dungeon and Dragon class, which one would you be?
Here we go.
Well, all I'm gonna
don't
say is
like-
I have never played D&D, so
Okay, so I have a question. So what is a Dungeon and Dragon?
Oh my god, you don't know? Oh my god! That's very sad.
Well, this is a good question.
Let me get Lorraine in here so she can tell you.
I mean, it's kind of a weird question because classes in D&D aren't bound to your characteristics.
Yeah, it's
like,
true. I personally would be
Actually-
like the mage that blows shit up.
Okay, actually, I think that I will figure out what D&D is after the stream to not stretch this out.
Alright,
Yo, if I were a D&D class, I'd be the fucking retard.
I should just upload them as mods.
Yeah, no, I never played D&D.
Well, if everyone is done, we can switch to B team.
Yeah, I guess.
I know. Oh wait, I know. At least Lorraine will have something to say about it.
Yeah, I've actually played D&D. I think I know the classes are like fighter, barbarian, rogue, wizard, sorcerer, bard, cleric, monk. I must be missing a few. I think warlock as well.
Oh, so I stand by my point. A mage that blows shit up.
Okay,
And
yeah,
Australian.
you're probably gonna
Yeah.
be sorcerer then. Or no, actually no, wizard. They have like a fireball spell that literally blows up the
I would do
entire
wizard
room.
too.
I think I'd be
Australian.
boring.
Fun
I'd be actually no, I'd be
Australian
paladin.
is its own class in D&D. Definitely. Yep. Totally didn't make that up just now.
Also, the Australian class.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna meme about the French class, but that's already barred. So,
Oh my god.
but yeah, I think I'd actually pick paladin. No, I'm too combative to be paladin for warlock.
Well, I think
I
that's it
think
for
we're
this
good
question.
now. Yeah.
Alright, next question. What kind of atmosphere do you think TRS/TRC has? And would you change it if you could? Alright, so what kind of atmosphere do I think TRS and TRC has? Personally, I think it has a very good atmosphere, full of very friendly people. I don't think I want to change this atmosphere at all. It's like, it's very friendly, it's chill. I really like the way it is.
What I like is it's also something I mentioned previously in chat, and it's the fact that in like former iterations of Touhou communities, it was a big emphasis on being Touhou players first and not friends. And meanwhile here it feels like we're friends first and Touhou players second.
Yeah.
So like there's a big emphasis on like, you know, getting along with each other, not really putting too big of an emphasis on the actual games themselves, and more just like being fun to hang out with. And that's also like why TRS is so special, that you can have the thing, you know, about the where like even without commentary or on the run when we sidetrack, it's still nice and fun to listen to. It's just because we're friends. Like,
Okay, you know what?
but yeah, I really like that.
Was he like fucking up the UFOs in stage 5 on purpose, or what the hell was going on there?
It was for the piss me off competitions, I assume so.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's just like hanging out in like one final piece. Anyways, anybody got anything else to say?
Yeah, anybody?
I don't really have anything to say about this question.
Right, so
I've
beat you?
literally not been around for
So we know
previous iterations
Gaston
of
and
TRS.
32th. Okay, so we may have Drews and TSG. Let me get them here.
Alright, so should we leave?
Yeah, I mean, at least make 2 slots.
I'm honestly glad.
Do you guys have anything to say about it? Because I know the other 2 don't.
I don't.
Okay, what about you, Drews?
All I'll say is it seems to have. Okay, I was only here for. I've only been here for the. Oh my god, I was looking at that F.
It's the word of drama is full of light. That's the quote that's gonna happen soon.
Okay, anyway, It seems like TRS has changed a lot over the years. I would say. Like a whole lot. And this whole... And this... It seems like TRS has always tried to be this, at least in my eyes, it's always tried to be like this, you know, quote-unquote community leader, if that makes sense. Like this entity where people can come to and get help or just have fun.
I know she doesn't.
It seems to be doing, well, quite simply, it seems to be doing a not bad job of that right now, so I wouldn't really change it that much.
Yeah.
Everybody here seems happy. Everybody here seems like they're enjoying themselves. Why would we... Why we... We wouldn't change it massively. Maybe some like improvements. And I'm not sure what I'm trying to say here, but point is, things are pretty good right now, and I wouldn't change it all that much.
Okay, next question?
Yeah, next question.
Hello, you're up for the next question. It's you.
Oh, hello.
What is your
yes,
favorite extra spell card?
I'm
My favorite extra spell card.
Yeah, but it's
is,
you only. It was together.
Yeah, it was directed to me for some
Oh, was it
reason.
you? Yeah.
I really like QED from EOS.
Oh my god, I'm judging you so hard. It's so fucking
You
bad.
do it.
It's such a bad spell. How can you like this?
I don't know. I just like reading it. It's fun because you can dodge like 3 waves at the same time if you're good enough at reading it. Like you position yourself in a way that makes it, because like if you can dodge multiple waves at once, the volume of dodges you have to do is like overall reduced. And I think that element of the card is actually really nice. And I also just kind of like the fact that you have to read from all directions, and that the spell kind of goes up. Also the fact that it's like, you know, the hardest thing is the climax of the extra. I just really like QED.
Okay, next question now.
Teach me how to do that, because I can't.
Oh god, remember yet?
What are your thoughts on the manga starring the 3 fairies? I like the art style. I think it's drawn by like the same person who drew the Fairy Wars sprites, I think.
Yeah, that's why.
That's the only thing I know about those, though. That's all
I haven't read it.
Yeah, me neither. I know
it
seems pretty cool though, but I haven't read it.
I know it's supposed to be good though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like just fun and cute, but yeah, I haven't read it. I can't say.
We would need to get Window in here. I think he has read a really total manga.
I'm not. I just play the games too much. That's just
Yeah, me too, honestly.
play the games. I don't read anything.
Okay, so let's ask B team if they have anything about it.
This is Touhou 18.5 FT version.
Okay, so I assume you're the only hope, Karis. Have you read it?
I haven't read it, but I have something to say about it.
Alright, go
has,
ahead.
It has Hekatia in it, so it's automatically good.
Fair. Alright, next up.
Are you going
Who would win?
Oh my god.
Soon or none? I want to get people in. So, for context, you guys are gonna vote as well. Who would win between Zeus and None? Lucky me, I have the link somewhere.
Oh, can you make a stream poll, or is that only
That's
on?
fine. This is Nun, and this is Zeus. Who would win? Oh wait, you can't see. Oh man, let me just copy paste the link. This
I
is
think-
Zeus. And this is Nun.
All I want to say is go fuck yourself. That's all.
If I can be honest, I think Zeus would destroy Noon, because like
Yeah.
look at Zeus. Zeus has got a massive Giga Chad warrior jawline, a gargantuan like nose to support, because like he needs more air because his body is more massive, and he's making an woo face, which means that he's confident in Noon. Noon looks like he's like a small and like recovered. Either Noon is hiding something, and it looks kind of smug about it. It's like Zeus does not know what I'm hiding. But I think Zeus in sheer power would win, and Noon would be like a weird pig to go for.
I think that analysis is spot on.
Well, that's it for this question. Next question,
Okay.
because that was kind of a dumb question. How do you capture Kaguya's spell half past midnight, like the bubble streaming one?
You memo, I think.
I
think
don't
it's just
remember.
memo, yeah, there's nothing. It's just
Yeah,
memory
you
surrounds.
memo. You can save spot the first two waves and then start streaming from bottom left to bottom right. I think that's it.
I don't think we have much to say about that, so whatever. Skip down. Let's go faster. When does something becomes a community? This is so. We could talk for hours about this again. Oh my god.
Like in my opinion, it is just when more than one person is interested in some type of topic and they start talking to each other because they both like that same topic.
Yeah, I think
Then it
that we-
becomes community.
Honestly, I would agree on that. That's a good definition for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically like if you have just a group of people who are like more or less, I wouldn't say passionate, but just interested in something and want a place to talk to, that place would be the community.
I think this
Or, like,
question
the
would
people.
be better if you asked it to a sociologist.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone in B team? Maybe they have something about it.
I honestly tried my hardest to get into game over.
Okay, so the thing I have to say, so TSG is right, is that when there is a certain thing exists and then people will talk to each other and there is this group that has this common interest, and that group with their common interest, that would be like a community. But like someone could decide that they're not gonna go to that group, but they're just gonna start their own group to talk about that same interest because like they don't like the group that's originally there, or they just prefer to have their own separate group. So like the big Western Touhou community and TRT, we don't dislike each other. TRT just likes having its own place, sort of.
Yeah. Well, we love TRS.
I love you
We
guys
love
too.
TRS.
Yeah, we love
we're
each
glad
other.
you like
TRS
TRS.
is great, it's just at a cancer time. That's.
Yeah.
I know it was dead when we started TRT.
Yeah, TRT is also at like a really bad time for you people. Like it's at 4 in the morning on a Monday. First of
Yes,
all,
it's,
Monday, that's like where I go to school, starting from like 6 a.m. and
Yeah, it's
Get up
awful, dude.
I would have to watch at school to catch TRT.
Get up early, come on.
Oh man.
I reckon something becomes a community when you want it to be. There you go. That's my short answer.
I think I'm in agreement with Fairy Tooth Rabbit here. I don't really have anything.
Just call it Touhou.
I don't really have anything to add. I think.
Okay, next question. I'm just gonna say it orally because it's gonna require me to skip a bunch of questions, but it is directed as Karis. So Karis, someone wondered if is your name a reference to this giant shark genus that was extinct a long time ago?
No, because it's not a shark genus. It's a genus of stem arthropods.
Bam! Correct.
It looks like a shrimp, but it's a spider.
I mean,
It's
I
either.
haven't. I
It's not-
actually haven't done a Mellow Karis in Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Question asked.
Yeah, I have one as well. Let's go.
Okay, Karis, I think that was the only question you had. So if you really have stuff to do, you can leave now.
I don't have stuff to do. I just wanted to leave so the other questions would go faster.
Oh.
So you have less people answering them.
Oh,
Okay.
alright.
Fair enough.
Next.
Thanks for being on here.
We have.
So I'm gonna go now.
Alright,
I
have a
need
good
to.
day. Thanks you for stopping by. Hope you had fun.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you for being
Okay,
here.
so
Yeah,
why
cheers.
do people want to see older characters from the PC98 in the current official games? Do they even
It's
want
a
that?
meme.
Except Mima, who's been like
It's lit-
ignored and is a joke. I don't think anyone wants that.
It's literally just a meme.
Yeah, it's a meme at this point. Nobody really. Yeah,
The
it's-
only thing I would say for that is
Like it's a
is
meme.
like the
It's a,
general. A lot of there's some parts of the character designs which are fairly common to just PC98 characters. Like you see little bits of it in USD, but after that it just kind of goes away. So I guess that's one reason, but that's like the only reason I could possibly think of. They have a distinct aesthetic to them.
I don't think anyone in BT has something to say about this as well. So we'll just switch to next question. I'm sorry if I'm going on your question a bit fast, guys.
hell yeah.
I just really
59
want to
viewers.
try to get as many questions done as we can.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. So, what are your thoughts on Touhou shipping, and if you are into them, why do you like it, and who do you ship? Alright, my thoughts on Touhou shipping, it is bound to happen. Touhou is full of girls, like, there's like, except Rinosuke and Anzan, you have like no males, so it's like, full of girls, of course shipping is gonna happen. I personally don't mind it, I kinda like Yuri, I think it's very cute. So I have no issues with people shipping stuff. I used to ship, like, Touhou's a lot too, now I just don't really do it as much anymore because I'm mostly focused on the game. But I still have some thoughts on shipping. But of course, because, you know, it wouldn't be funny if I told you guys what I really think. I'm gonna go with the people I ship. I really, personally think, Wriggle x Trump King is a very good shipping in Touhou. I don't know what you guys think about it.
well, the only thing I have to object to is that the fact that there are a lot of girls in Touhou is not the reason why people ship them. It's like the thing that it's like what it seems like to me is that the closer two characters are to each other in canon material, the more likely they are to be shipped. And there's a lot of gay male ships as well. At least I see.
Have you ever seen like Rinosuke and Anzan? Like I've seen that once.
They're side characters in the Touhou universe.
Oh, you mean fortune teller?
See, the thing is, like I'm a big Rinosuke stan, but like, I at one point I have to admit he's a side character.
Okay, let me see. Another great ship in Touhou, if you ask me personally, it's like Kisume x Junko, you know? It's like a great ship.
What is that?
I don't know. I'm just saying dumb shit because it's funny.
So,
Is
West-
Kisume like her piss bucket? Is Kisume like her piss bucket or something?
Here's the thing. Now that
Yeah, she has arrived.
here's the thing. Now that
hello,
you guys
for the bingo
are
now.
memeing, now that you guys are memeing around, there might be some Western fan artists that might actually make ship art of it.
Oh
But otherwise,
If any one of you guys know how to draw, please draw Kisume x Junko.
like if you didn't make the meme, it would probably not have. People would probably not make any ship art.
Oh, I
Because
hope people are
yeah,
gonna do it.
other
I
than
swear,
that-
I hope.
Because other than that, Junko literally lives on the moon, and Kisume lives in a cave. He mines at diamond level.
All right, so let's.
My real answer to the question
I'm sure B
is
team has.
I don't care, but like if that's how people want to enjoy Touhou, then sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm with Rabbit. Right.
All right,
team.
B team time.
Let's go, B team.
Alright, so, do you like my idea of shipping Kisume and Junko?
No, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, sure.
There is an unironic ship that gets a decent amount of fan art. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
It's Adrian X Wriggle with Wriggle as top. Like, I saw a ton of fan art 'cause I used to be really into Aaron, and so I looked up pictures of her, and there was so much Wriggle topping Aaron art. And I asked someone about it who would know about this kind of stuff, and apparently it's because of a Japanese meme of like power reversal of having Aaron, like the more powerful character from Imperishable Knights, match with a worthless stage 1 boss, and a lot of artists really like the idea and rolled with it. So now Aaron X Wriggle is like actually a ship that gets a lot of attention.
Whatever. Do you have anything else to say, or can we switch? Wait.
Okay.
Yeah?
I just want to say about shipping that I don't mind it. Actually, I approve of it, especially the fucking Oronex Oku ship. That is what I stand. And shipping in general, especially in Touhou, makes for some really really interesting guides. That's what
I mean, I don't mind shipping. I don't really ship myself, but if there was like a
Imagine
favorite
not
ship of
shipping
mine,
yourself.
I mean,
dude, I ship you with Yoshi every single fucking day, though.
What?
people probably ship us just because of the names.
Oh my god, next one is Joaquin's voice control run!
I mean, but what I wanted to say is, if I had to choose a favorite ship, it would probably be like Marissa Ellis or something.
Actually, Marisa Rainbow. I think it's kind of cute.
Tell you what each
But-
action does what.
My favorite meme ship is Aaron X Wriggle because it's a real ship.
Okay, so next is should copy paste that. What crossovers do you think would go well with Touhou? The first person to say Smash is getting kicked.
Touhou stands on its own. Touhou stands really well on its own. Like, why would you want to cross anything over with it?
Down is down
Rainbow shooting you to the blast zone.
Okay, someone in chat just said TF2. I take it back. TF2
It's been done a lot of times, right? Like TF2 has been crossed over with pretty much every single
anything.
thing ever.
Do you guys think I should, do you guys think I should increase
as
the
well, pretty
volume
much.
for Joaquin's run? Just so we can hear the commentary or the voice control?
I don't know. I think the volume is in a pretty good spot right now. But
CBT.
I heard the fucking CBT.
But I mean, for my answer, I think Touhou has been crossed over with pretty much everything that could already be crossed over. So
fair.
Yeah. Except Smash.
Shut up. Okay, no, I think let me think of a crossover that could maybe work, cause like. Oh my god, it works.
Yeah, what about Fate? Is like they instead of historical figures, they use Touhous.
I mean, I genuinely think a random gacha could like. You know. What the fuck? CBT, CBT, VD.
VD.
Okay, should we switch over to C team?
Oh yeah, sure.
Team.
You mean the CB team? Let's go.
Yeah, CB team. Alright.
Hi there, CB. Oh, okay, I guess someone didn't want to enter. Well, 32. What do you think?
Okay, so one video game series that goes really well with Touhou is obviously Mario.
CBT.
CBT.
In all seriousness, though, I would I would like, in all seriousness though, I would like to see a Touhou and Ace Attorney crossover where the trials are about spell card rule violations.
That...
Why do you want to say
Yeah,
I'm pretty
Gustavo,
sure
you know
there
law.
already
Get on
is.
that.
Yeah, I know.
There
law.
already is.
I'm digging this. I'm digging this idea. It is.
But speaking of Touhou Ace Attorney, isn't there this Aya Attorney game?
Yeah.
If so,
Yeah,
if
sure.
so, are there any trials about spell card rule violations?
No, they're not. But they're about because like the whole point about the game is like, Shiki Briki Yama Xanadu, like suspended the spell card rule to try the trial rule instead. It's like spell cards are like you're not allowed to use spell cards, then you gotta go to court to settle things.
I don't care what crossovers people attempt to make with Touhou, as long as they make their game good.
That's kind of my feeling as well. Although I think a properly good crossover tool is a very difficult thing to do.
True.
Like you have to get it right, or it turns out being like super cringy.
Yeah.
Every new
Sadly,
Touhou game
like,
is a crossover with the last one.
In fairness, it is difficult to get it right. So,
Touhou and Among Us.
Bro, Raimu's kind of sus. I think she's an imposter.
Okay, are we done with this question now?
Yo, I saw Marissa fucking opening an event. Like, what the fuck?
I think so.
All right. Next question is, what other non-Touhou interests do you have?
Well, guess what? All right.
You don't?
Stream.
No. Cave.
Oh, yeah, true.
Of course, cave.
You're a caveman.
I love cave.
Alright,
I'm gonna go for one day. I'll go for like 2 unlimited cats for you.
Pog.
You mine at
That's on
diamond
my
level.
on the agenda for me.
Okay, so personally, my non-Touhou interests. Well, I mean, I play a lot of video games in general, so like, I'm mostly a kind of guy who plays RPG and platformers, racing games, and shmups. Obviously, my main kind of shmups are Touhou, but other than Touhou, I really like some other shmups as well, like some cave stuff. And like, I'm not gonna go too deeply into the kind of games I play. I'm just gonna summarize it as video games and the kind of genres I like, and I already said that. Let's see. I also really like to stream. That's also like a non-Touhou interest that I
Yeah,
have.
streaming's fun. I didn't like. It wasn't the main thing I was going for when I started, but it just turns out like
Yeah, I know.
it's fun, you know.
Yeah. I guess I'm also kind of like, I like to mess around with some PC shit, even though I'm pretty bad at it. So it's also kind of one of my interests.
I like PC stuff and programming.
Yeah, I mean, even though I suck at it, I still kind of like it. So yeah, of course I could go on like for hours talking about it, but I have to make it short. So yeah, let's just keep it to that. What about you guys?
I like fire truck and monster truck.
Okay.
This is oddly specific.
I mean, if you want a serious answer from me, like yeah, it's mainly video games because I like video games.
Oh, I like sleeping. That's
Sleeping is a good answer. Yeah.
I could use with a lot more sleep right now, but I love you, Gustari, so I feel.
Okay, well then, CB team. Wait, no, that's the A team. Whatever, same thing.
I'll just call them CB team anyway.
Yeah, every team that's not here is the CB team either way.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me.
So well, I like video games in general. I think my favorite genre of video games ever is actually like melee slasher. It's a relatively unexplored genre. This game's like more how chivalry, basically, and just games where melee combat's like skill based. Melee combat is the thing. It's kind of like shooting games but with swords.
All right.
And as for other things, I'm actually kind of into like medieval stuff in general, which is kind of why I got into these games. But they're also like pretty cool because you can do a lot of skill-based stuff with them. Beyond that, I guess game design in general is pretty interesting.
All right.
I think that's about all I have to say.
I've kind of always been into like the grindy style video games, so like shmups and then like fighting games. I started with Melee and then got into more traditional fighting games like Guilty Gear. And recently I've been getting into rhythm games with like Stepmania / Eterna. So basically, if you can sit on there for like hours on end and just grind and improve yourself, that's like the kind of stuff I like.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been enjoying learning Japanese, so yeah, you can call me a weeb.
Okay. I have a similar interest to Gaston. Like I'm into really grindy games for whatever reason. Or really grindy interest, etc. That's why I kind of got into scoring. But I was also into speedrunning for quite a while, and I kind of still am, but I'm really burned out on it lately. As for non-video game shit, I have a huge soft spot for science and engineering. Which is why, as of 2 weeks ago, I'm officially an engineering major now.
Pog.
Congrats.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, GG, man.
Thanks. So, yeah, I just overall really like watching, really sciencey videos on YouTube, for example. That's sort of my escapism when it comes to the science interest. But like in general, I'm just kind of interested in what's catches my attention at the time. But my general interests are video games and science.
All right. Well, that's it for this question, I guess. Next one is for Truce. Oh, I forgot to mention something. I'm also into music. I've been learning piano. That's about it. I actually kind of play piano a little bit. I'm not very good though. Next question is for Truce only, so I'm gonna forcibly move Truce here. Hello, you have a question, Mr. Truce. Have you ever played Touhou drunk? Was it way more difficult or fine?
All right then. So.
Oh God.
Right, the answer is I have played Touhou drunk twice. First one was like 2018, like just when I was starting to play it, just when I was starting to take Touhou seriously, quote unquote. I did PCB Extra, and this was like before I tried anything at all. I got like 2 minutes extra off of like not playing it for years. And I was like, can do this while I'm completely drunk. Maybe I can actually do something good. And then the last one was quite recently. I was doing when I was going for my USD LMP. So Lorena, remember that run where I got that horrible SG wall?
Yeah.
I
died that horrible SG wall. Yeah, that was the run. That run, I was completely drunk. I was completely drunk.
You actually reach SG while drunk.
Yes, I got all the way there, and I died to an SG wall. So, to answer the question, was it way more difficult? Absolutely not.
What the hell is he doing?
I'm just that good, I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
You know, I only know that you've commentated TRS once, Spoiled Jockey, or fucking like weird ass fan game run.
Yeah, no. What are you saying? Magic Mirror Perversion World is weird. It's the greatest game of all time.
Oh, man.
It's fantastic. Look out for the extra stage. I'll do that soon. Okay. I'll do that soon.
Okay, well, I think you said you had to leave after this question, so thanks for
Yeah,
hanging out,
sadly
dude.
I have to. Yeah, this was really fun.
I really
Thank
hope
you.
you liked it. You're a great guy.
Yeah, I
I
like
like
this.
you.
It's great.
Stay on TRS. You're the best, dude.
Yeah, I'll be around tomorrow for at least some of it. I have a lot of PvP matches to play in the round robin. I've been slacking, so I better get on that.
All right, see you, dude.
Right, cheers. Have a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers.
Next question is targeted as me, and I don't know if I should take it with a grain of salt or not. I am just gonna assume no, but even though I'm gonna give an honest answer. Can I stop
No.
being late for TRS? So first off, no. Second, it's a free bingo slot, so no. Third, you see, the thing is, I am a very busy person. I have a life. I have like parents and shit. I have to deal with a lot of shit to be here on time for TRS. So whenever I'm late, don't think it's just me doing dumb shit and being late for the sake of being dumb shit. For being late, I am late because I have stuff to do. So can I stop being late for TRS? Depends on my life. No. If I have to be late, I'm gonna be late. Next question.
Next question. When is the merch coming out?
When is the merch coming out? Okay, so.
Boom. I just realized that.
When is merch coming out? So I know you guys do know that we've been joking about this quite a lot. Like TRS merch is a meme and stuff. We joke about it a lot. However, I've been thinking about it, and if you guys really, really want it, and I don't mean it in a meme way, like if you guys genuinely want that, I can start to look into that. I genuinely think it could be hilarious. I genuinely, even if it's just a one-time thing, even if it's just like a fucking sticker on a mug, it could be hilarious. I find, but
TRS TM mug.
But you see, the thing is, getting merch requires money. And remember earlier when I told you that we thought of getting money involved with TRS. This is also one of the thing I thought of using money for, to maybe, even if it's a one-time thing, as I said, getting merch to be a real thing. It would be a limited quantity, and of course, it would, as a result, be not the cheapest thing in the world to make, and also we wouldn't sell it super cheap, because, you know, like, we have to cover at least, maybe, like, not lose too much money in the process, pretty much. So, we could technically have real TRH merch, and that's also a reason why I want to get money involved, but the big reason why I've been so reluctant to, like, adding money with, like, having money in TRS is because I fear that some people might take it badly, and I do not want to start any drama or anything like this. TRS is something I put a lot of effort. TRS is something I care a lot about. I put a lot of effort into that. I still plan on putting a lot of effort into that, and I do not want the thing I spend so much time and care on just being destroyed because some random people are just angry of a decision I made. So, yeah, I've been very, like, careful with that, but I think it's about time we start to really think about this. So yeah, merch. When is merch coming out? If you guys really genuinely want this, it's a possibility we can explore unironically. That's all I have to say about this.
Yeah. When I learn how to draw, I'll get some designs for TRS merch.
Also, we probably need like a logo first for merch to make sense.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh yeah, that next run. The next question as well. Fucking CBT run, I swear to God.
Fucking CBT.
Fucking CBT, hell yeah. Mouse cursor. I lost my mouse cursor! There it is. Oh my god, next one is Nurgesh's FDF2.
Probably the best run.
Next, we have a very important question. If you take a lasagna and place it on top of another lasagna, how many lasagnas do you have? I would say 2. But, let me get, you know what? Let me get. So, but, however, it's very important to know that, technically, the lasagna slices are part of the same plate of lasagna. Therefore, technically, even if you have 2 slices of lasagna, it still comes from the same lasagna. Therefore, you have 1 lasagna.
I'll trust the French man on this.
French have nothing to do with lasagna.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'm not Italian,
It's
man.
Italy.
Yeah, Gastar has Italian blood. Yeah.
I do technically, yeah.
You see, the thing that lasagna is like the distinction of lasagna is like with cheese on top. You can have like cheese in the middle as well. So like the cheese separates the lasagnas. It's clearly 2.
Yeah, there would be like 2 borders in it, like Bender said, so you get 2 lasagnas.
Are you actually making me watch TV?
Yeah, it's 2. That's all.
Now, But the funny thing about this,
All
I'm
right,
also not a DDC,
well then.
so it runs.
The
super
real
nice on
answer is no matter how many lasagnas there are, you stack on top of each other. It's one meal.
And it's still too little.
XD. I need to use it in my
Okay,
server
next
runs.
question we have. What is your favorite melee weapon to swing or dance around with? Personally, I am a Wii, but I kind of like katanas. They're pretty fucking pog.
A Wiimote.
Though I like short swords as well. Like, you know the French sword, like a rapier or something.
Oh yeah, rapiers.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well, they're
fun.
not short actually. They're kind of heavy. They're like almost 1 kilo.
They look
Yeah,
very.
yeah.
They look kind of like.
No, you're thinking of side swords or
Oh,
small
maybe.
swords.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it's called a side sword. It's like a small version of rapier because rapiers are actually kind of long. And they're also pretty heavy. So you're probably thinking of like a. I always confuse them. One of them is like a small saber and the other one is a small rapier.
I don't really swing around any melee weapons, but I think if to like dance around with probably like one of those big bow staffs, like EO.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick, I have a mister that I really like messing around with. Pun not intended. What the fuck is this, guy?
You've never watched the Nurgash FTF2 ROM?
No.
It's the greatest thing of all time.
I don't think I've seen any of these either.
This was made for the Piece of Castari competition.
Look at Nurgish go with those PLJs.
Yeah, anyways, for my answer, I like the Messer. However, I think a Zweihander would be very fun to swing around with because like it's a massive sword. You have a lot of leverage, and it looks cool. Otherwise, underrated weapon, Meteor Hammer. It's like 2 big metal balls on a chain, and it's dope as hell. Those are my answers.
Alright, what about you guys? Maybe we just put everyone in DC.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we
Point, you
just.
might as well.
I'm gonna just
Okay.
say fucking a Deku stick because that's what.
Okay, so here's the deal. People can look really badass with a sword in their hands, like really cool. But some people, like they're the Giga Chats, they can be badass with a stick. Like they can fight off sword fighters with a stick. Like Herschel Layton, he's really good with swords, but like he can also fight off a sword fighter with a stick.
I mean, the thing is, if the stick is long enough, then you're always gonna beat a sword fighter. You can just keep him at range.
Like the Deco stick, it's a pretty long stick.
You gained so much score.
Yeah, I feel like
Anyone else?
My Wiimote. No.
Yeah.
That's,
I like how you call the
that's
Wiimote the melee weapon. Have you ever beaten someone with it or something?
so for it to be melee, it has to be
Range.
Wiimote. Yeah, so it has to be Wiimote with the wrist strap on it. Very important.
Oh, you need to have like the golf club accessory on it.
Yeah, because if the wrist strap isn't on, it becomes a ranged weapon.
Also, yeah, if we're talking about weapons, I've genuinely hit someone's head with a DS at some point.
With a DS? How did you do that?
Okay, so look,
you
at
grabbed the
school,
DS
okay,
and you
look,
smacked
I was getting bullied at school, and I was playing my DS, and I decided to fight back to my bully, so he was bullying me. I just, you know, I had a DS Lite, so I closed it and used it like a brick and slammed it on the guy's head with all my like strength as a kid. I hit it so hard, the hinge broke. To this day, I still haven't fixed it because it's a war trophy. The DS still works, it has a hinge broken, but I haven't fixed it, and I never will. Fuck this guy, I hope he's having a terrible life right now, by the way. This guy was a
I
dickhead.
once defended myself from being assaulted with a phone because it was the closest solid object nearby.
Questions.
Okay, next question.
Yes.
Okay, next question is, what do you think of Seiho?
No opinion.
I don't give a
haven't
fuck.
played Seiho, but from what I've watched on TRS, Seiho seems to be pretty fun. It's not the kind of stuff I may play myself, because it seems to be a bit too barebone for me to get into. But I consider it to be pretty fun, at least to watch. It's pretty cool. It has some cool tracks as well, and it's always nice to see something like Zune worked on that is on Touhou as well.
I love Seiho.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
I thought
once,
there was a
once the timing vote happens, we will do
I've never played it, and I don't know how gameplay works either. But it does have bangers. Like I think Rainbow's theme is really good.
Oh,
I think it actually has the.
I played Vivid 99. Does that count?
Oh, I have two actually.
I haven't actually. Yeah,
I
but
don't
then-
Yeah,
know.
Requiem. But yeah, so Rainbow's theme is pretty good. I think Marius's theme from Zero was actually her worst theme overall, but Rainbow's theme is pretty good, and also Magical Girl Crusade is a banger, and you should listen to it right now. Magical Girl Crusade.
Okay,
Like,
next.
L something theme.
Next.
But
Are
beware,
we
the music
plural
will
now?
sound.
Whatever.
Beware, the music sounds really horrible with the default Windows synthesizer.
Okay, so are we done with this question now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so next question is targeted to me. I'm just gonna paste it just to see the kind of stuff some of you guys sent.
This is the extra stage.
Do you really expect me to give an answer to this?
Seriously. Right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
No.
Seriously, do you really expect me to give an answer to this?
Here's the deal. This person didn't specify their username here.
That too,
so
yeah!
Of course,
At least
so
give
of
your
course
name
it-
or something.
Yeah, we can't respond to that.
I
It's
literally
a-
legit
it's a-
cannot
it's
give
a-
an answer to
it's a
this because I don't know
communal
who the
question.
fuck submitted that.
It's a communal question. You now have to commentate every single run.
XD.
It's
watching
100%
Okay,
my
next.
gameplay, by the way. This is me
Next
playing
up, let's see. Shpoop, shpoop, shpoop. I'm gonna have to fix the Z. You know, I'm not gonna fix the Z. I'm lazy. So, for those who create fan games or just fan content, how likely it is do you think the author plays games or bullet hell? Well, first off, to make a bullet hell fan game, you need to play bullet hells yourself to understand how it works. You cannot make a bullet hell if you don't play bullet hell. So, first off, there's that. You know.
But then how were Space Invaders made?
So that, and then I think
No,
everyone
Space
who
Invaders
like
is
got
just
into
single-player
Touhou
pop.
played the game at least once.
Yeah, honestly,
So there's that to take into account as well.
Oh, don't worry,
And
I got something.
finally, like, it depends honestly. Like, you don't know. Like, I
Don't
mean,
worry.
there isn't one way to enjoy Touhou, so it's not like I forgot about this guy, but yeah, it's not like you had to play the games to make good fan-made content or whatnot. But if we're specifically focusing on bullet hell fan games as well, I know a few people. I've been in contact with some people who made bullet hell fan games, and they play the games. Yes, they do. And when they don't, actually, usually they always play the games. But if they're not good enough to really have an idea on if it's balanced or not, they just ask like playtesters, like, "Hey, is this pattern fair or not?" You know, that kind of stuff.
What? What?
So yeah,
Dear Dad.
anything to say about this one?
Nope.
No, everything's been said. Also, for fan artists or whatever, like if you just want to make music or manga, you don't really need to. Maybe for music because it's shmup music and it's kind of synced to the stage, so maybe it helps you get a better mood for music. But like,
I don't own that
no,
game.
all you need to do is know how to make music and know how to draw cute
Yeah.
girls. So it's really whatever.
Next question. What it's like to manage both TRS and TRC? It is technically targeted at everybody, but I'm the only one who can really give an answer to that, so... what it's like to manage both? Honestly,
Oh no, my stream.
pretty easy. I don't have a lot of stuff to do. Most of my work is, like, what? Like,
Anyway.
making sure I don't forget to make an announcement. That's, like, the extent of my work. And I do manage to forget to make announcements sometimes as well. Which is insane.
Congratulations on your one CC,
Yeah, GG on your
It was a good
UOSD 1CC.
USD creators, oh my god.
So, like, yeah, for real.
Remember, this is a FTF2 run.
That too, yeah. But like when it comes to like managing TRS, it's not very difficult in the sense that I've been doing that for a while now, so it's kind of like whatever. The only thing that can be seen as like an obligation is the fact that I have to host. I mean, I have like backups and shit, but because I own, I have to like put time into it. That's like the extent of my work, putting time and dedication into growing the channel. So I do enjoy doing that, so I don't really see it as like any kind of obligation or anything. And when it comes to the Discord server, everyone here is so nice. Mods and myself really don't have a lot of work. Once again, the extent of my work on the Discord server itself is like sometimes deleting inappropriate stuff, but you guys almost never do that, so I don't have a lot of work regarding that. So it's like making announcement and making new channel. Yeah, that's like.
Yeah, you have to make a meme channel every once in a while.
I mean, yeah, it's a great thing, no?
Regarding all the meme channel requests, I just want to say we should have a themed channel that has a different purpose every week, and that will like
we could.
And that will be the substitute for.
Okay, well then, that's about it really. Like, so what it's like to manage both? For me personally, not that big of a deal. I'm used to it. I like it, honestly. I really like it. Like, I enjoy it, so you know. I don't plan on giving away anything really anytime soon. I really enjoy doing that. So yeah. Next question is, I mean, the proof I enjoy doing that is I took the time. It took me like we've been working on this QnA for like several weeks now.
So, I had to remind you to do it one day.
Shut up. Anyway, next question is, what are your thoughts on Zun's printed work describing the Touhou characters?
They're pog. Go read
It's
them.
pretty pog. I honestly wish I would remember to read the manga more often because they are very cool. I really like the Touhou's character. I really like the Touhou universe as well, and I really like to see how characters interact with each other outside of games and stuff. So the printed works for me are very cool. Like the only one I really read was Silent Sinner in Blue, and I know it was pretty fun. So I definitely would recommend, if you haven't, to go check them out, because the Touhou mangas are just... If you like Touhou, like the universe and stuff, even if you play the games, it's still like... As long as you like the characters and the universe a little bit, you can definitely check it out. You're gonna have a great time.
It's Touhou, but you don't have to dodge bullets at the same time.
It's Touhou, but it's a manga. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun.
Yeah,
Touhou
get the ebook version. You gotta play Touhou as a VN.
It's pretty pog. Like, that's also the reason why I genuinely really enjoy, like, fan-made animes, because I like to watch Touhou characters interacting and living.
Some of the manga has, like, associated music CDs with
That
it.
too, like, for instance, SSIB has a
It's
CD.
good.
Even the my Grimoire of Marisa has a CD as well, actually.
SSIB has more PC98 sound font music.
Yeah,
Go listen to it.
Oh, Grimoire of Marisa is actually really cool.
Yeah, honestly, I can't read Japanese, but it's been on my shelf since like 2017. I love this book so much.
I've read like a translation of it. It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, I love the idea of just Marisa commentating spell cards. It's like a very primary book because it's Marisa commentating spell cards, you know.
No, that's the like the in-universe Gensokyo version of TRS.
Kind of.
Technically, yes.
It is.
I will definitely check the print works out. I just don't have the time for it with all the stuff I have.
I wanted to read the Satori one.
Oh, I gotta read that one too. That's the one that introduced the wing hats.
Yeah, I kind of want to read like the Kosuzu one. Apparently the ending was disappointing, but I don't know. I haven't read it. So.
I've read Silent Sinners in Blue, and I wanted to read Horned Hermit.
I really need to read Wild and Horny Hermit, honestly.
Horny. I like calling it by the acronym because it's just like WA. It's like
WA.
Wow.
WA.
Wow.
Wa is basic. So here, does Wa take place before or after Wabak? Because I like to call it Wabak.
It's before. I mean, it's old.
I think it's before.
It's pretty old.
Yeah, I think it's before.
Like it's the Wabak prequel.
Isn't it set
Questions,
before,
questions.
Next question
Oh, yeah,
is
right.
targeted to Lauren herself. What swords
yeah.
do you own, and do you plan to buy more? We're gonna be here for a while.
Well, no, I don't actually own that many swords. I have a messer that was actually the first sword I bought. Usually when people buy swords, they buy like some shitty like $20 gas station katana crap that if you try to swing it, it falls out of it falls out of like the hilt, and it's like just a danger to everyone around you. But I actually got like a decent sword. I actually properly like checked it out way after I bought it, and it seems legit. It's blunted, so I can't use it to cut anything. However, I actually have poked holes in like a punching bag with it.
Right, so you
But-
call right, so you call the sword Messer when that's the German word for knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an actual sword type. Like, look up Messer sword. It's because it has like a knife blade, and it was made by knife guilds in the Middle Ages. And basically, yeah. So I have the Messer. It's actually pretty cool. It's kind of rusty. So I'm gonna give it like an acid bath and sand away the rust to keep it in clean condition. Because I wasn't taking good care of it enough. But yeah, and I also have a really shitty crossbow with a really shitty bolt, blunt. It has barely any force, barely any accuracy, but it's kind of cool to look at. But it's garbage. And I also have a pretty functional warhammer. I beat the crap out of a pumpkin once and made pumpkin.
Oh yeah, that damage.
yeah, I have a picture of like the busted pumpkin from the warhammer. So yeah, I don't think it's not a crossbow. It's a crossbow-like object. But the warhammer is fully functional. It might break pretty easily, but like we've tested it out on like a actual PC because like it was really old, shitty, and broken. We took out all the components we could use, which was basically just the hard drive, and then we just started bashing the computer with it when we needed to de-stress, and it's like still fine. the
PC?
computer definitely isn't.
Oh.
the case. It was a really bad PC. It was like $300 at the time it came out.
Warhammer 1 PC case 0.
Yeah.
You know that PC components have gold in them. The thing is, if you extract gold from a motherboard for the first time, the chemicals cost more than the gold you will get out of it. So like the only way you can make a profit off of that is if you're just a chemist that just has chemicals in your fridge, and can just take out a random board and just start extracting gold out of it without needing to buy anything.
So, Lauren, do you got any other weapons?
Oh yeah, any other
no.
weapons you plan on buying?
Those are the three: Warhammer, crossbow-like object, and Messer.
Anything you plan on buying then? To answer the
Yeah.
question fully?
Anything I plan on buying, I want to get a Zweihander because they're my favorite weapon,
sounds
especially
German
one with a
as hell.
flame.
Two-hander.
That sounds German.
It just means two-hander in German. It's a really long sword. Cause I'm kind of short too. I want to get one that's bigger than me, like 1 meter 64 or something like that, or 1 meter 70.
Nice. Next.
Alright, next
Also,
question.
the thing about the Messer in German, it's just called big
go.
knife.
You do you
Yeah.
you do your
Well,
thing.
it's called like Großmesser or something.
Okay,
Next.
TSG, it's your time.
TSG, it's your time. I'm gonna BRB. You explain. BRB.
Okay. Well. Okay. What is the question? Okay.
Here, grab some water.
Did you know that eating a human brain causes Kuru disease, as during life the concentration of prions in neural system raises, and cannibalizing it causes them to create a sponge for pathology in your brain?
I did not know that.
This guy knows his shit. However, this is actually incorrect. The prion protein is a small protein in your brain whose function is not well understood. What we do know about it is that if it is misfolded, it can become very deadly. When the prion protein is misfolded, either due to a genetic mutation or if it just randomly happens in an individual, this misfolded protein is able to misfold other properly folded prion proteins. These misfolded prion proteins are toxic to the surrounding tissue, making it die off, leading to holes in the brain. This causes various invariably fatal diseases, such as Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, fatal familial insomnia, and, as mentioned in the question, Kuru. It is true that if meat is contaminated with these misfolded prion proteins, they will, if eaten, infect more individuals with the same prion disease, as they are called. The most famous examples of this are mad cow disease, which happened in England in the 1980s, and as mentioned in the question again, Kuru. However, these prion diseases are very rare, and prions do not build up in the brain over time for the general population. They are, as mentioned, the result of a genetic mutation, which is why they may run in families, or just sheer bad luck, where one of these proteins randomly misfolds without a reason. As a result, eating a random individual's brain, while a very bad idea in general, won't necessarily give you a prion disease. It only happens if the individual you harvested it from had the prion disease, which is very rare. I do believe that this individual confused prions with plaques which build up in the brain over the years, leading to the development of Alzheimer's in many elderly individuals. These are not the same as prions, though. They are completely different.
Are we done?
Thank you, Doctor Whatever.
Thank you,
We shall
Dr.
move
TSG. I'm changing your name on Discord to Dr. TSG.
So move on to the next question.
Yep. Okay, everyone, what's your favorite number of the alphabet? This person's is triangle. Personally, my favorite number of the alphabet is, without a doubt, infinite.
Mine's Mentos. I think that's pretty cool.
Mine is the largest finite group of chaotic theory stuff. I don't know.
Wait, no, I changed my mind. My favorite number of the alphabet is Kagasa.
Mine is the Japanese goblin emoji.
Okay, so my favorites. Okay, so first place is T, and tied second place is K, M, and S.
I think my favorite number of the alphabet, I think it's the Great Disnumber Homido Decahedron.
Okay, next question. I think we kind of got through. Oh no, we still have some. Oh, whatever. Next question is how to fly. It's very easy. You buy a plane ticket.
Okay, so you know how your backside might emit some gases. I hope that's a good hint.
You just have to need a lot of beans.
Oh my god, no clip.
Beans.
Yeah, I was about to say you open the debug menu and you type in no clip 1.
Okay, for real though, you know how Reimu gained the ability to fly, right? I think canonically it's because she prayed hard enough, which is why you should pray harder so you can fly. And guess what? I thought of adding donations to TRS, the way you could pray to TRS. Maybe you're gonna be able to fly.
Yeah. You know, it's gonna be for like our $25 subscribers. We're gonna teach them how to fucking fly like a real Touhou.
Hell yeah! Oh, nice RNG there. Okay, anyway, for real. The bloop, bloop, bloop. Next question was targeted to Gray, but because it concerns me, I don't know why. Whatever. Anyway, it uses a very broken English as well, so let me just, let me just fix it. So it's an E, not a does? Unless I suck.
No, just paste it
Oh,
directly.
USD crashed on
There you
me!
go.
It's insane. Fucking game. Whatever. Am I actually a girl? I mean, isn't it obvious? Of course. Okay, next question. Does
Up to
a straw...
interpretation.
What?
Up to interpretation.
No, I said of course. I said of course. It's up to you now.
The answer is
What is your favorite replay? That's another question.
Kinergash arbitrary code execution.
Yeah, I'll probably second that.
Okay, my
That's-
favorite
that was
run
pretty
I watched on TRS. I've been doing TRS for a while, so I know like I've watched a lot of runs, but my top favorite runs I've watched. You had this one UFO run that was made for the pissing me off competition. That was like so cringe. Oh my god.
Was it the UFO one?
Yeah. Then you have the Wawa run, which was insane. Obviously, the FDF2 run was also hilarious. So if I had to choose one winner, I can't. Sorry, but
Yeah,
that's my top 3.
It's for me. It's either the UFO one for the Piss Off Gastari competition or Nurgash's.
That arbitrary code execution probably would have been my favorite if I watched it live, but as of now, I'm actually gonna go blast from the past. Bloodlust Beast.
Oh,
666.
Bloodlust Beast! Let's go!
Bloodlust Beast 666 was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
What about Ethical Gorilla?
Actually, no, Ethical Gorilla.
Ethical Gorilla,
is funnier.
yeah!
Ethical Gorilla was the funniest thing ever.
Actually, wait, do you remember this one, like, PCB easy run sent by K4?
Yeah, it was K4. It was like Dark Kirito or something like that.
Yeah. And it was faking someone's first.
Yeah. So he arrived at with 0-0 at Yuko. He never focused during the run, and then
Yeah, he ran
Yuko,
into
he had
bullets,
to
and then
start
on
playing,
Yuyuko, he
like
just
he
like
normally
enabled
does.
God mode and started playing like a Chad.
Yeah, it was like the big bro got on. It's like, yeah, I got my brother to do Yuko for me or something.
Yeah, because he just suicided everywhere to make it look. He was playing on easy, and he was like, "Yeah, that's my first one's easy and stuff." He just suicided into every bullets, and then on stage 6, he had 0 lives at Yuko, and everyone was like, "This is gonna game over." And then he just like, "No, Miss Yuko," like nothing.
Yeah, I was inspired by Bloodlusties.
Anyone else?
Dark Kirito seems like the kind of thing you put in your Minecraft username.
Okay, but like, your favorite run? Anyone else? On TRS, I assume.
Don't think so.
TRS is at a cancer time, so I've watched like 3.
Oh.
My favorite runs are the ones that I submit.
Same.
There we go.
Wow.
Those are the...
It's always the same.
The first wave. The first wave.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, next question is.
Yeah, the first wave, no, but the other, yes.
What is your favorite noodle type?
Oh yeah, that's directed at me, right?
Yep.
Oh, we skipped the question.
I mean, that's not an easy question to answer, you know? Like, you can't just choose one noodle type and go with it. You have to have like different noodle types for different kind of dishes. You have like spaghetti for like spaghetti dishes. You have freaking lasagna plates for the lasagna. I don't know. So there's like so many different kind of noodles you can have, and I can't choose any of them. It depends, right? You can't just put me on the spot like this.
Oh my god.
I don't even know why that question was directed at me.
Me neither, but it was. Directing the word, that's it.
Are we doing the straw one or not?
Oh. Oops, I skipped that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question is, does a straw have one hole or two? It's it's like a tube, therefore it has like one hole.
Yeah, it has one hole because in topology, right? If we assume that the straw can be like deformed, like in any way, but you can't, crease it or punch another hole in it. But you also can't make the hole disappear at all. What you can then do is you can squish the straw into like a tiny little ring, and then you can inflate it, and then it becomes a donut, which has one hole. So the straw has one hole.
Alright.
Like, practically speaking, we could consider it to have 2 holes, though.
No.
No.
Next question, which is gonna take forever. What would your idea of the best and worst Touhou game be? Being about gameplay, lore, etc. Oh, are we really gonna have to? That's gonna take forever.
Okay, best Touhou game Bobak, worst Touhou game also Bobak.
You know what? I just try to keep it to the minimum. So for me, best Touhou game, like UFO. I like the mechanic, the OST, the patterns. Now the worst Touhou game, you already know my opinion on that. Probably like HRTP or something. But like if we count only Windows game, because like cheating on HRTP is SWW is a given, so you know. So DDC, the music's alright. A lot of tracks I don't like. I don't really care about the lore in this one at all. I don't like the patterns, and the game is unbalanced as heck. I don't like it. Next.
Okay, best game is UFO in my opinion. Worst game is Hidden Star, followed by Moth.
Nice, a fellow Moth hater. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Moth for all the wrong reasons. It's got tight patterns, which been tracked really poorly with Maurice's hitbox, and it's mostly because like I really hate the Phantom Jellybean spell, and Source of Range is my least favorite spell in the entire series. And also Moth is just a game that keeps you on your toes, but in a bad way. In the sense that you're always stressed when playing Moth. Like everything can kill you, and it kind of sucks. But yeah.
Moth is just bland. That's why I hate it.
I don't think it's bland. I think it's just a really aggressive game that also hates Marisa. But like it's aggressive in the bad way. It's a game where you're just like, oh, you did a tiny mistake on this. Well, I guess you die now. Like you just always have to keep your consistent focus on it. Like it might not be the highest demanding of all focus, but it's for me it's like just the difficulty I don't like at all. As for best game, I like USD because there's a lot of weird RNG patterns, which means that you can have infinite amounts of patterns, which is kind of fun.
Every
I
copy
don't-
of USD is personalized.
Okay, next.
Yeah.
Has anyone
I
answered?
really
Or,
know.
I think the best Touhou games in quotes are UFO and SA. And my least favorite Touhou game is probably Vabao, just because it didn't really interest me at all.
Alright. Next question. This is the sequel to a TRT debate. Assuming I can paste stuff properly. Check it out. So, do you peel a banana from the top of the bar or the bottom?
Hold it. So where
Hold it!
exactly is the top? Where exactly is the top and the bottom?
The top is the part where it attaches to the plant with the stem, with the nice like convenient nature built handle for you to like peel it with.
I know.
Like
You
the
should
handle
peel
is
banana from the
big,
fucking
it's
top.
gonna come from
Objection!
fucking window.
Objection!
But that is not the
Top
best
of
spot
it,
to
what
peel the banana from.
Honestly, no offense, but everyone who like looked on fucking BuzzFeed.com saw that goddamn article where that was like adapted into a fucking video where the tip is to open it from the bottom. Everyone who unironically does that is a basic bitch.
Wow.
I tried opening it from the bottom once.
Ironically, that watches BuzzFeed.
Don't watch BuzzFeed, but I don't watch BuzzFeed, but I open bananas up from the bottom because it's simply easier to open them from the bottom.
How is it
See,
easier?
that
You
would
literally have like a lever on the top.
Did you get that
First,
idea from like
your
some
fingers go in all the mush when you're like ripping it
basic
out.
bitch
'cause-
article written by a millennial on the internet or something?
See,
'Cause
here's the
that's
okay,
where
so
I got the idea from.
Okay, so
And I'm
here's the
pretty sure
deal.
that's where
So you
90%
do a little so you do a little squeeze, and the banana is open. But if you use the stem, then you just keep dragging it around and destroying the banana on the inside. And then when
What do
you
you
get
mean
it,
a little? What do you mean
Wait,
a
wait,
little
hold on.
squeeze?
How is a squeeze not destroying it on the inside?
no, you squeeze just the very bottom, just the black point, and it opens right up.
Bruh, dude, you
I need to try that.
evolved nails specifically for this reason, man.
Okay,
Can
I
we
think
move
it's
on?
time. Yeah, let's move
Yeah.
on. I think we might as well finish
Holy
all the like directed questions because we have like 5 of them. They're all directed at
Hey.
me and one to Nergish, but Nergish not here, so it's like whatever. So let me just insert all my questions, and then we'll just do that. So, first question.
Oh my god.
When we like do a cooking stream? Soon TM. Just need to get a cute outfit and a cute apron.
Today, go.
Next question directed at me is I'm very cute. Of course, I'm the cutest thing around. Of course. It's not even a question. Whatever. Anyway.
Objection!
No, you cannot object. I know.
The question was, do you know it?
I do know. I'm aware of the fact that I'm adorable. Yes. Next.
There you go.
Did I know that
Answer
I'm
the
pretty? Of course I do. I'm the cutest thing around. Next. Let's see. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Which planet would I prefer to cuddle with the most? Pluto. So yeah.
So small.
That's whole.
In my
That's
opinion,
Or Neptune.
Venus,
One of the two.
It's
my,
not a planet.
okay,
Uranus.
okay, I fucking Uranus.
Thank you,
Go
Rabbit.
fuck yourself. I hate you
You're
now. Okay, my opinion
Oh, me
is
too.
okay. So my first pick would be Venus, followed very closely by Jupiter.
You can't even hug Jupiter, it's made of gas.
It's farty.
No, it's squishy.
No, it's raining diamonds.
No, it's made of gas. It's infinitely
Anyway,
squishy.
next question is why is it 100? How did I badly copy pasted that? Where does that 100% comes from? I don't want to, whatever. Anyway, what do you think the state of TRS will be in the upcoming years? This is something I've already started to talk about a little bit earlier that stream when I started to talk about the future of TRS. So what do I think the state of TRS is gonna be? Two possibilities. We don't include money, and I don't think TRS is gonna get any bigger unless we try to partners with very, very bigger organizations such as maybe the Arto Discord server itself. But doing so would of course meet a lot of new people, but also a lot of maybe I don't want to use the term secondaries, but you see what I mean by that. Because
People who don't
TRS
really
is still
care about
something
the game.
focused on gameplay, so it may like let in a lot of people who aren't as interested into gameplay, which would maybe make the stream lose some of its gameplay-oriented focus, which is not my goal after, because I am still a Touhou player. Second scenario, we try to grow the channel with like YouTube highlights, donations, money. We just increase the thing, merch and stuff, and that's a possibility. Unlikely, but it's still a possibility I would like to seriously consider, because I have a lot, and I do mean a lot of plans for TRS. I do not plan on stopping where I am right now. I think the channel can grow bigger, and I think you guys would like it if the channel would grow bigger as well, because it would be cooler, like more content, new stuff, you know, that would be pretty cool. So, yeah, that's my point on that.
The third scenario is that TRS gets infiltrated by TRT from the inside and becomes assimilated. Oh.
I mean, you already are partners, dude.
Damn.
You'd be the ones getting assimilated. It's cute if you wouldn't.
You can't do this.
It is already happening.
It's already happening. Dude, you're on TRS like more than on TRT now.
Yeah, you can't tell, but I'm menacingly winking at you.
If there's war between TRS and TRT, I will be defending TRT.
Yeah, same.
Albing goes better.
That's actually amazing. Welcome back.
The betrayers.
Yeah, right?
6 hours, I think.
Okay, so
Sent
that's
to
it.
Gulag.
You have home field advantage, Gustari.
Okay, I'm gonna skip the chili pepper question because I don't really understand it in the first place.
Same.
Next question. How much has Touhou affected your life? This is once again a very, like a question that I could just go on about for hours, so I'm just gonna go.
I mean, we don't have that many left, so this is like one of them we can go into detail on, I guess.
No, because like I could really. Okay, I'm gonna try to go a little bit, not too much. So the way Touhou affected my life. Thanks to Touhou, I started a Twitch channel. Started to play shmups, discovered shmups. Discovered like an amazing community, discovered a lot of people, befriended a lot of people, grew my YouTube channel, became the owner of TRS, commentated the fucking World Cup, became good at the video game, what else, became the owner of a big community in Touhou, was able to commentate Touhou live on stage at an event because I have some connections, so I was able to get staff member in an event, like in an IRL shmup event as well. That's just scratching the surface. I really don't want to go into too much detail. That's just a list of the things that didn't come up on the top of my head right now. So, yeah, to summarize, Touhou allowed me to meet a lot of new people. It allowed me to do a lot of stuff in my life. I've expanded in this community and like on the internet very well. I really like what I turned into. I like what happened. Touhou just changed my life for the best, pretty much. Instead of making myself a shut-in, it made me meet more people. I've never traveled. Like, I never travel as much since I started Touhou, because I mean, I couldn't because of Corona last year, but usually in summer I just go and just travel and meet Touhou people in the world, you know, that's super cool. I just be like, hey, can I stay at your place for a few weeks? Hell yeah, let's go. You know, that's how it goes. Like, I met so many people, discovered so many stuff, it's just like, yeah, Touhou changed my life for the best, personally. Nightbot is gonna do it for me throughout the stream.
The biggest effect that Touhou has had on my life so far is actually getting to know QnA. Like, I actually met him through speedrunning, but it's through Touhou that I actually started talking to him frequently, you know. But other than that, you know, they're fun. They're really fun games, and they kind of became my obsession when my obsession to speedrunning died. If Touhou didn't exist, then I would have to find some other obsession, which I don't even know what I would really want to obsess myself over, if not for Touhou, you know. And of course, there's the most obvious, the very most obvious detail, and that is that there are a lot of good Touhou guides out there, and I have a lot of fun reading them.
Touhou was the biggest thing in helping me deal with my depression. I did the thing where like you sit in your computer and you look at your Steam library and you're just like, I don't feel like playing that. That looks no fun. And you just like do nothing and you're just miserable. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna start streaming and I'm gonna start playing Touhou. I'm gonna force myself to do it every night at 9 o'clock. Wow, schedule crazy. And now I'm here. Hello. I'm not as sad anymore, and I'm good at a video game.
That's another thing about Touhou. It's like really easy to commit to, you know.
Well, for me, it's kind of similar. I was also kind of struggling with depression and stuff, and Touhou gave me a reason to like just stream almost every day for like half a year. And it also gave me like a great community to talk in, and I formed like my own stream community with the mostly people from the ones that watched me play Touhou, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, I've met a lot of friends, and yeah.
Touhou gave me a practical problem to solve when it comes to programming, and through Touhou I also found my very first internet community. And obviously when you get into an internet community for the first time, you're gonna have some trouble behaving at first, and then it gets better. And luckily the Touhou community is forgiving, so that's pretty nice.
You're cool as hell, by the way.
Yeah, dude, like you
Saying,
became cool as heck.
You're so cool.
Like I remember when you first joined, you were like kind of like this annoying kid that people were just kind of staying away from.
Yeah, you were just a portraying weirdo, but like now,
like people secretly ban you from servers and shit, but now you grew up for the best, dude.
Yeah, I'm really glad we have you around.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm more social through Touhou actually. And again, I'm more social through Touhou. Like I think I became more social with my friends in real life that have nothing to do with the Touhou community because of the Touhou community.
Wow. Nice.
I'm legit sad now.
Anyways, for me, I think Touhou was pretty much the single most important thing that I've ever done in my life. Like just starting Touhou. Because similar to many people here, I was in a really shitty boat when I started playing. Like I was too depressed to do any sort of school, and you know, just randomly one day when I decided to go out and get some food and listen to QnA, and that's basically the most important thing that ever happened to me. Like I came into a community, and like it just taught me so much about like how to do things, how to learn things, because I had terrible work ethic. I had no self-esteem, no confidence in anything. I thought I peaked when I won CC because on normal, like I thought
that's hard.
Yeah, and like I thought it was literally impossible, and like that's actually what I realized. You know what? Impossible doesn't even exist, because like my life had always been plagued with things that I thought were impossible, but like I want to see that say it. I thought that was the most impossible thing in the world, and then I did it, and I was like, what? No more of this bullshit, yo. I could take what I've learned in Touhou and just apply it to anything. Like I could do whatever I want. I could be one of those LNN players, one of those scoring players if I wanted to. You know, I can have lots of friends and like be like a good person. Have lots of people who are just like who appreciate me instead of just like, you know, see me poorly and stuff. And I ended up just learning how to do so many things, learning how to learn, and it's just basically made me the person I am today, and I love that person. So yeah, thanks Zun. Thanks for making a janky RNG heavy game in like 2002.
Has everyone answered, I think?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Next question. How many of you all play Layton? Layton is an amazing game series. If you haven't, you should. I think I played every one of them. I haven't finished all of them, but I've played every one of them. And I've had a blast. Layton is a great game series. Check it out if you haven't.
I have played the first 3 games, the original trilogy. I have started, I think it's called Last Chapter. Yeah, I've started Last Chapter, and then I took a break from it, and I have yet to start it up again.
Can you tell? Oh yeah, hi Trost. Anyone else, or can we switch questions?
I've never played it.
I've not played it either.
I'm sad. I'm disappointed in you guys. Well, in any case,
I remember actually seeing it and being like pretty interested in the concept, but I was like a kid and didn't have money and like, you know, can't buy games, so yeah, that happened.
And why did you skip the end of it? Oh my god.
I should play it. Seems cool.
Next question. What are your thoughts on Touhou dialogue, and what are the few quotes you love to read? My thoughts on Touhou dialogue. Thank God there is a skip button.
Oh, come on, you sorry.
No, for real though. Dialogues is a thing I honestly don't really care as much as a lot of people do. I mostly am in Touhou for the music, the gameplay, and the character. So like, I don't care that much about dialogue. I usually read dialogues once in my life and never again. As a result, I don't know a lot of dialogues. But there's a thing I noticed. Older games had, like, I am more prone to read dialogues in older games than newer games, and that's because older games had this kind of jankiness to them that made dialogues very, like, funny. It tries to take itself seriously, but it just fails at it, and that's the kind of jankiness. It's just almost cute, in a cutesy way, you know? Like, they try to be very serious, but it just fails.
It had soul.
And sometimes you have clear and amazing quotes. Like, you have, like, the USD dialogues have some insane stuff. Like, Sakia being like, why don't you leave? And Marissa being like, oh yeah, you're right, see you later. Wait, what?
So, what?
Or Cherno being like, I will freeze you like English beef. Like, what?
I bet
That line of dialogue might be a reference to that mad cow disease.
Let's see, let's see, other quotable dialogues I really like. You have, Flundery being like, I've been locked in this basement 495 years. And Marissa is like, oh cool, I only get weekends off. You know, when I say old dialogues had this kind of bullshit to them, it's like, it's great. And one of my favorite quotes from PCB, sadly, in the latest CH crap translation, it's not the same now, but I think the old translation is better on this one. It's, like, Sakuya dialogue against Yomu in stage 6. Where, like, Yomu comes back to kick your ass at the mid-boss, and then Sakuya is like, shut up, deceased one! And it's so fucking funny.
It's got, like, big on thoughts vibes.
Yeah. It's so fucking funny.
Way too much routing for once easy.
The fucking shut up, deceased one. Oh my god. And I guess that, like, yeah, I kind of stopped caring about newer game dialogues. It's just like, whatever. I actually know quotable dialogues from SA. Why do we have to come down to such a soaking wet place when the stage is called the dark blowhole, the fantastic wind hole?
Yeah,
it's just because you're horny, Gustav.
Ow!
A fellow Coomer, I see.
Oh yeah, the cat turned into a cat is pretty funny too.
The cat turned into a cat is my favorite one. So.
You have the bitch line in IN, which is a mistranslation, sadly. But it's still like something I like to quote. And I guess Syphilis Extra has some very funny stuff. Like when you beat Okina, Reimu just leaves. And then Okina starts rambling about like her past, like the future, like Gensokyo, the future of Gensokyo. And then Reimu comes back and she's like, oh, by the way, like, what's the exit again? You said third on the left, right? And then Okina's like, no, I said third on the right. Okay, walk forward, you see the door on your left, you take it out, then you take a sharp left and you should find the exit. Okay, thanks, bye.
It's like, oh, it's a different door now.
Yeah. And of course you finally have, Cherno in Extra, where she doesn't recognize the fact Okina is Okina because she's standing up instead of sitting on a goddamn chair. This one is pretty good too, yeah. Oh my god. Like, okay, that was...
Yes, there is swearing in IN, like, Remilius says Kuso a lot.
Says what?
She says,
really?
Yeah, apparently she does.
Insane.
Which, like, in the translation of IN, Remilius says shit a lot. Yeah.
Okay, so...
I think my... Yeah?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I think my favorite ones are, again, like, the old dialogues. They're just silly and fun to like, read.
They're the best.
I think my favorite ones are just the very clumsy and silly, like, early fan fiction style ones.
Yeah.
Like, please don't take any books. I'm gonna take them. It's so funny. I think actually, when it comes to like funny ass dialogues, PODD made me laugh really, really hard. Like the first time I actually played PODD, I actually laughed way too hard. Because like the Cheery and Yumemi interactions are just so funny. There's the chair and everything, where you're getting the rocket, the fucking nuke, and then there's also like IN. If you've never read it, play Ghost Team and read their dialogues.
Oh
It
yeah,
is
Yomo being scared
hysterical.
of ghosts.
Yeah, Yoma's afraid of ghosts. Like she gets bullied in extra by Yuko, but like the whole thing is that Yuko pretends to be a complete dumbass during the thing, even though she's like super clever and stuff.
Okay,
But she's like, oh, this is Yuko's snack.
I think I'm gonna dip now because there's a party that's been like okay they're leaving.
Thanks for hanging out there. Have a good one.
Thanks for having you, Mr. Dr.
I'll,
TSG.
I'll go in there for 5 seconds, see if they're still playing Among Us, and I'll come back if they aren't.
Alright. Okay. Oh yeah, one very quotable dialogue as well is the dialogue is just when you fight Kage as border team. Are you ready? Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's like, Yuyuko-sama, we are out trying to discover like what is wrong with the night. And it's like Yuyuko is like, no, Yomu, we are on Yuyuko's midnight snack tour. Just looking for food in the middle of the night.
This is what one of my cats is like.
Okay. Do you guys have anything else to say about this dialogue question?
I mean, as cliche as it is, I really like the JoJo reference in USD.
SMH.
Yeah, you've also seen it, Gusta, you know.
What? I have
That's
understand
true.
soon in part 3.
I appreciate the dialogue, but like Gustari said, I'm glad there's a skip button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it just gives like everyone options to like play the game how they want.
What?
Yeah, also like it is once you've read it once, you don't need to read it again. It's like a skip cutscene button.
Next question is, which comes first, milk or cereals?
What's going on?
Cereal, obviously.
Honestly, I'm the kind of person who eat my
then you pour the
cereals without
cereal
milk
and
to begin
splash
with.
That is also true.
I ate my cereals raw. I just like.
Why would you? Why would you put the milk in first? You need to measure out how much cereal you want to eat.
I know, right? Either way, the only time I put milk in my cereal, I've put like cereals first.
Oh, so he actually got
Okay, here's the deal. I fill up the bowl with milk, and then I keep filling it out with cereal, and then keep eating it until the milk runs out.
I think I actually used to do that as a kid. It's actually not bad.
I mean, it's you eat a lot then, though.
I put water instead. I don't put water in my cereals, please.
Oh God, I remember one day I was in Portugal once, and there was this juice carton that looked a lot like the milk carton.
Oh no.
And because I put my cereal in first, because I'm a normal person, I grabbed this juice carton. It was like tropical orange juice.
Oh
juice
no,
was,
that-
like the worst kind. And I just poured everything with milk.
Like, I mean, I can understand if it was like banana juice or something that could probably go alright.
No, I just thought it was milk. So yeah, I thought it was milk. I pour it in. I'm not even looking because I'm just like taking for granted it's milk. Someone was talking to me, so I'm just like. And then I look at my cereal bowl. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And then so I'm like, oh crap.
But yeah, for real, when I do have to like put milk in my cereals, it's always like cereals first. But usually I eat my cereals without milk because I genuinely really like cereals without milk.
I do that too. Like
What's
after
your favorite cereal?
Or without milk.
Cheerios.
Trésor.
Cheerios. Cheerios are so fucking good.
Because it was pretty good, yeah.
Oh, Trésor are very good as well, yeah. But
Yeah.
see, for the longest time, I couldn't eat that because I was allergic to like I was allergic to it, and it could technically kill me.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming there's like nuts and stuff in it.
I mainly just asked that so that I could reply that my favorite cereal is called Crunchy Nut.
Hyper
It is
nuts,
genuinely what
mega
it is called.
nuts,
It is very good.
crunchy nuts,
Max nuts.
the nut around the corner.
Right, so regarding pineapple on pizza, no.
No, big no, big no.
It's decent. It's alright.
It should be fucking illegal, dude.
It's meme. Like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit?
Like, if I'm in the mood for it, it's decent.
So here's the deal with pineapple on pizza. The reason why I don't like it is because I just don't like pineapples.
That's
Like,
fair.
see, I have Italian blood, and I'm screaming every time I see people making degenerate pizza.
How about banana pizza? I think
the thing is,
that's
right?
pretty awesome.
Banana pizza is nasty.
Here's,
Isn't that
here's,
just what?
here's the thing. Fruits slash berries slash whatever. They just do not taste good when they're warmed up, right?
Yeah.
So
Have you ever had
why-
baked apple?
Yes, I was about to say that.
Yeah, I don't like hot apples either.
No.
Not like pies.
I don't confuse baked apples with potatoes.
Good job.
If we only have like 2 questions left, we can make it.
Yeah, we got this. We made it. We made it.
Yeah, we kind of speed around that. But okay, next question is, what's your favorite to cook or eat spaghetti slash pasta? Personally, it's carbonara. No
Oh, let's go
question. Carbonara. No fucking question.
Oh, I love carbonara.
Actually, wait. Carbonara is my ultimate favorite way, but another great thing to have like pasta. You have like pasta with olive oil, garlic, and like coppa. It's like Italian ham. It's
Yeah.
so fucking good. And you had like parmesan and like parmesan and Emmental. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Well, for me, if it comes to spaghetti, I like bolognese the most. And if it comes to like favorite pasta dish in general, it's lasagna.
I love spaghetti, dude. I have like
Yeah,
spaghetti.
spaghetti is so good.
Actually,
one of the...
no, penne rigate are so fucking cool, dude. Penne
Shit,
rigate.
have you ever had oven baked pasta? Oven baked pasta is some of the best stuff ever.
But when it comes to like sauce, like bolognese or something, I think the snail. You know what I mean when I mean the snail kind of look like pasta.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're very good in like sauce, like bolognese. They're very good for that.
Okay. So we haven't talked about ways to cook spaghetti, and here's what you do. So you put the spaghetti, so you put the spaghetti into a pot and you let it cook until it becomes soft. Then you let it cook for a little bit longer, and then you take it out.
Okay.
Okay, my favorite way to cook pasta, it's obviously al dente. I don't like mushy pasta. I like al dente.
I honestly don't really have. I don't really have much experience cooking, so I was just gonna. So like I'm just gonna default to my meme answer of just at 3 a.m. It has to be at 3 a.m. I cook a small batch of spaghetti and and then I put some ketchup on it and a lot of a spice of my choice. Usually it's like something that just a spice that goes on like everything. I kind of feel like in the future experimenting with substituting sriracha instead of ketchup.
That sounds absolutely terrible.
I was there, but like, so if you just let a spaghetti stand and it cools down, it starts tasting horrible. Well, what my parents do is they will put it on a frying pan to warm it back up and make it taste good again.
Oh. Actually, a very important question. Does ravioli count as pasta, or is it technically something slightly?
I mean, it is a pasta dish.
I think it's pasta. It's like you
like-
make it from pasta.
Like
Yeah.
lasagna is pasta as well.
Because like but like ravioli itself, like the ravioli itself, does it count? Because I absolutely love ravioli.
I mean, it is a pasta dish, I think. Yeah.
Like ravioli.
I also like raviolis. I like eating ravioli with sour cream.
I want ravioli now, and it's like midnight. What is wrong with me?
Speaking of sour cream, how many of you eat soup with sour cream?
I don't
Depends on the
really do
soup.
sour cream on anything really.
Like it's like the my Russian parents taught me to eat Russian soup with sour cream, and it like cools the soup down as well.
Oh my god. Anybody said anything they had to say?
I'm too dumb and have no life skills, so I can't cook. So my favorite spaghetti slash pasta is whatever's on the plate in front of me at the moment.
Oh my god.
That's valid.
Okay, next we have a very important question. A debate that has been in the Touhou community forever. Something everyone is concerned about. Something that is very, very, very difficult to answer. But we are gonna try to give you an answer tonight. Do you think it is statistically possible to capture TSS without using TAS or cheating in some way?
This question is also to you.
Yeah.
Do
I think
like the targets like
It's to all of you.
Yeah,
so like
it's
yeah
you.
like the targets on this question says you.
Alright, I've managed to do it once. I got insanely good RNG, so it's not consistent. Like the RNG was just something that you like. I'm never gonna be lucky ever again in my life, considering how good that RNG was. I'd show it to you, but unfortunately my cat ate the replay.
Oh no!
So you just have to imagine it.
Okay, so I've had one time where I captured TSS with my eyes closed when I was sleeping. But I don't have a replay as well, you know, my grandma ate my hard drive.
It's like it's a cookie ingredient. That's what makes the grandma cookies grandma flavored. Anyways, I'm gonna
beware of like hard drives in your grandma's pasta.
Anyways, I have an unironic story to tell you. So I did a live stream for 30 minutes where I practiced TSS, and at first I was struggling, and then Ray taught me how to do TSS, and I actually managed to cap it.
That thing is incredible.
Yes, it does, Die. Putting foot pictures in your hard drive does indeed improve the test. It has been scientifically proven by my grandma, who ate my hard drive.
Yeah, but there was like
here's the
TSS
thing, right? Here's the thing, right? This is an unironic thing, by the way. I don't know what TSS is because I only play Wily.
TSS is Twinkle Star Sprite. No, for real. TSS is a trembling, shivering star. You know the Junko free spell.
It's the Junko spell where you do left, right, left, right.
Yeah, you know the useless spell.
Everything.
Yeah, honestly, I actually struggled a ton with it, like especially on point device. I couldn't do it. I'm really glad that this meme is a thing because it validates those kinds of difficulties and struggles.
And honestly, I struggle a lot. You know, you don't have to feel bad. When I was new to Touhou, I struggled with TSS a lot. Now I think it's PC easy, but I struggled with it.
No, consistent left, right movement, they're actually hard for me. Like those, like random dodging, it just flows off my hand. But as long as it's not too hard, like PDH, but like left, right, I get out of rhythm really easily.
Absolutely the same here.
But with the method that Ray showed me or told me about, I'm a bit more consistent. Just to not press the left, right too early, but do it a bit later.
Yeah, you eventually just muscle memory over them.
Putting food pictures on your hard drive is pretty pog, but like, have you tried putting food pictures on your SSD as the topping? Man, that's great.
Okay, has anything said everything they wanted to say on this TSS thing?
Pretty solid taste.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm good on TSS.
And now for the last question.
Holy shit.
Favorite stream ever? I don't know what this is referring to, so I'm just gonna assume they mean it as in like favorite TRS stream ever.
Cool. Yeah,
so to that question, I'm gonna answer probably one of the unusual input methods, like one. Like yeah, one of my favorite.
Really
So fucking stupid. Like, this is by far one of my like I can't name one off the top of my head, but I am pretty sure one of my favorite TRS stream was during the unusual input method competition.
For me, it was like the first stream I was on TRS, which was like the first one of the new TRS with Gastari, Nurgash, and me. It was pretty fun.
Nice.
I don't actually have an opinion on TRS streams, so I'm just gonna name one of my favorite streams just in general. So there's this like Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga speedrunner, and for an April Fool stream, he actually quote unquote speedran the game completely upside down, right?
It moved to Australia.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking funny, that gag.
I've been on like 2 or 3 TRSs, Like, I don't.
Yeah, so
That's my favorite TRT stream. It was the Artifact Theater.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
what?
I'm trying to
Wait, what is that?
Like my favorite, the Artifact Theater.
Okay.
Right.
You're going.
And after going
32?
I don't really have much to say about that.
I guess the one that had dumb stuff in it.
That does not that narrows it down very very little.
Basically, I enjoy TRS as a whole.
Fair.
That's wholesome.
That is very wholesome, yes. Okay,
Uh,
so
I like the TRS that like had a Touhou replay. That one was pretty cool.
Actually, I think my favorite one was the April Fool's stream.
Okay.
There was so much funny stuff. Like at the same time, there was like legit cool stuff. There was like cave games on it, but like then we had like Roblox on it. So.
Okay, so are we done with that question? Because that's the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we stop the stream, I have one honorable mention. Honorable. Thank you. I'm a dumbass.
Honorable.
I know this word as well. I'm a dumbass. One honorable mention to make
No,
about.
honorable. You don't
pronounce the H.
Oh, one honorable mention to make about one question that
Good job.
couldn't be featured in, but because you'll see, I'm gonna copy paste it in the box. It's so long, it's gonna go off screen probably. But if some of you guys have the answer to it, I'm gonna give you some time to screenshot it. And if you have the answer, tweet it to me. The answer.
When the RNG doesn't, like when the RNG doesn't fuck you over.
It's the cucumber one, isn't it?
Oh shit! Let me make it smaller.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me make it smaller. Hold on.
I mean, same is true for Summer Fun. Like,
No,
that's fun
Summer
in spell
Final is
practice.
bad in every possible way.
Oh, whoops! That's too small.
It's okay in spell practice.
It is.
Oh man.
What?
Oh no.
See, I have every final but that one because
26.
I tried once. I have like
There we go.
one
It fits.
and I realized in one attempt it was not worth it.
Actually, wait. I could probably sell this.
I am gonna give you guys some time to screenshot that.
It's a fun way of.
And if you actually bother to do the math, feel free to tell me on Twitter.
Ooh, nice.
125.
Tori has 15 cucumbers. Marissa steals a third of them and uses magic to clone the new cucumbers to the power of 3, but then discovers that she doesn't like the taste and gives them back to Raimu. Raimu divides them between the 3 fairies, Clownbeast and Cyrano. Tori comes by and asks for the cucumbers, and the fairies give 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, and all of their cucumbers respectively. Assuming that the non-cloned cucumbers were distributed evenly between the fairies and that the fairies randomly chose from the cucumbers to give to Nitori, what would the likely percentage of the cucumbers Nitori now has that are cloned?
Now cloned. Nitori now has 60 cucumbers. How many are cloned?
The only her ability like listed. Her ability
Everyone is doing
What
math.
percentage is that?
After I was done with university, I will never do math again. So I'll let you guys know.
I don't want the answer spoiled, so I'm gonna definitely.
That's like that is the most planet's power.
50 times.
Her ability is to be able to bring
I'm
you.
too lazy to do this. Well, that.
Everyone is actually gonna try to solve it.
That's it.
I think the answer is the Japanese golden emoji.
Oh yeah, the favorite
80%.
number of the alphabet, obviously.
Yeah.
I tweeted it. 80%.
Wait, did you actually tweet it already?
Yes.
God, I'm
But to be
gonna
honest,
check my Twitter.
I agree with.
Is this
with
actually
Epstein,
80%?
the
Is it in
bullet
percentage?
memorable and the non-splits are
Oh yeah.
creepy.
Yes, it
What's
is
the likely
a probability question.
I did it.
Already?
Yeah.
Jesus. That was like way too fast.
Would you like me to tweet my working out?
Yes.
Well, not the only good thing, but like the most good thing is the character design.
Also, I just realized I've been watching around. That was not even on schedule because we were just talking.
It's kind of bland, but it's like
Well, in any case,
Oh, wait,
that's
no.
we actually managed to go through every single fucking question. That's insane. We speedrun so much at the end.
well, I don't think it's just
Like no joke, we speedrun like crazy, but
Yeah, there's a lot more we could have said to some questions, but
also
would have
no
had to
Rico,
make a
this is
second
just from
stream.
like the like I just let the stream play by play.
the hat and the ponytails actually. It has a nice.
It's not a ponytail. It's.
I solved the math question. What the fuck?
Well, twin tails.
It was
How did you
that.
guys do this to me?
But it has a nice silhouette.
What?
To be honest.
please do not mistake Twin Tails and Ponytails, please. Oh, it's me complaining that somebody mistook Ponytails and Twin Tails. Imagine.
I think
But yeah.
Okina is just silhouette is too.
You know, I'm gonna just stop this because, like, yeah, technically, like, that's it.
Yeah, we're done with the stream now.
Thanks for watching.
So, no, but like, let me do something cooler. Let me just first, I'm gonna close. We don't need the Q&A video. We don't need the Q&A texts. With that said, this is it for the TRS special Q&A plus best of edition. Thank you guys for your support. It's insane that ever since I took over TRS, we got over 500 followers. It's insane. You guys are insane.
You got 1,000.
You're also an amazing host. You've done so much good for this channel and
it's
and the
insane
community
how
in
much you
general
guys
with it.
followed, how much you guys like
we
care
love you,
about
the
TRS.
story.
It's so cool. How many followers are we at right now? Like 1,200.
1,185 followers.
This is insane. It's like a Touhou replay showcase, literally. Not even just. It's literally
we could essentially get like 50 viewers a stream.
Yeah, it's literally just a dumb French person rambling about random shit while watching Touhou. It's insane that you guys are so cool. I really am so happy the channel got this far. The fact we're even able to do a best of showed we have enough content to show on. I want to thank you guys for your participation. None of this could have happened without you. You asked a lot of questions, and some of them were pretty funny. We even had to speedrun to go through all of this fucking thing. Thank you as well for voting. I know the voting process may have been a bit tedious or confusing, but we had at least, like, I think 15 person who voted, which is way more than I expected. So I really want to thank you for that, honestly. It was, like, very, very cool. And, yeah, the queue is getting bigger again, though. And I skipped, the queue. I keep complaining that the queue is getting big again. And the first thing I do is I skip a Saturday TRS to make some option.
Don't worry about it. We have like 4 weeks left on the queue.
Only? Well, I have a month left? Pog. Yeah, hopefully, like, with, hopefully, no, it's not good for me. We have less run, but I like when we have a lot of runs. But, yeah, with, like, class starting up again and shit, like September and stuff, we're gonna have, I assume, a bit less runs. I hope we won't be short on runs. We shouldn't, though. You guys are good enough and great enough, so we won't ever be short on runs. But if the queue manages to calm down at some point, we will have another unusual submission theme, because I really like this idea, and I plan on doing more, assuming we, of course, can afford to do such a thing. With that said, you guys know that, you guys know my plan for the future of TRS. I told you pretty much about it. I'm gonna start to look into it. Mostly getting money involved with TRS is a possibility. Of course, I will not do something like this without asking the community first, because of course it would be technically you guys who would give TRS money so we could do new stuff with the TRS brand. But still, I am really happy, like, we got this far. I hope we can get even further than that. Who knows, maybe in 2 years I'm gonna be like, TRS 2K special, I'm allowed to dream, shut up.
Oh, but...
we're gonna get to 2K, I'm pretty sure. Like, we just keep going consistently.
Like, if we have another World Cup, obviously, I'm gonna make sure it's hosted on TRS, because that was very convenient. And, yeah, I hope in the future of TRS is gonna be bright, and I honestly think it is. We have, like, right now we have all the cards in our hands. It's up to how we're gonna play them. And I'm serious when I said that, because depending on what we do, we can make the channel grow even bigger, but we gotta play it smart,
Yeah.
Like, really. So I'm just happy, like, you guys kept watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the 1,000 followers. It's something I wouldn't have ever dreamed of when I took over TRS. I was like, eventually, after a long time, I was like, yeah, maybe, but I was not expecting to happen in like 5 months. I was like, whew, that's almost like 100 followers a month. Whew, that's a lot. So, that's absolutely insane. Of course, World Cup helped a lot and stuff, but the fact you guys are here tonight, we hit like 69 viewers at some point, that's insane. Like, thank you so much for your support. I hope you guys really enjoyed TRS. I hope you guys are gonna keep watching. like, I hope you guys are also liking like my plans for the future of TRS, because of course like I'm not gonna do anything that the community is not gonna like, because of course you're the main target of TRS. So if I do something that you don't like, I'm not gonna do it, you know. So of course I'm gonna make sure that everything I do is in the interest of TRS, but you know that I spend way too much time to give up on that now, so you know. May as well see how far I can get this channel before I burn out. So yeah, thank you as well for the staff team who was here tonight. Thank you 32, Gaston, Lorraine, Ravi, Truce, Karis, Mino, I mean every staff member, thank you as well. Because TRS wouldn't be possible without all this person who are just helping me. Like also every staff member, like every mod on the TRS Discord server, people who are taking care of the bot, people who are taking care of the sheet itself. It's just so cool. Like really, it's insane. Everything we managed to do in such a short amount of time. It's just insane, really. Like in the span of 5 months, pretty much, we like doubled our follower count almost. We had like a Discord server. We grew the channel a lot. It's just I'm repeating myself a lot because I don't really know what to say except besides like, thank you. That's so cool, you know. Really, like none of this would have been possible without any single one of you, and I really hope you guys are gonna keep are gonna stay with us throughout this journey, because of course it's far from the end, you know. So yeah, like really, that's so cool. Because I'm talking about mods and shit, I may as well tell you guys that regarding Sunday TRSs, we may need more hosts, because like I assume you can't, you may not be always be available, right?
I might be available like always once I move, but like next 1 and 2, probably 3, I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, so like, as you may also have noticed, the last few streams I tend to be alone on commentary. I don't care, I don't mind. I can host a TRS alone. I've done that dozens of times. Like whatever. In fact, don't really mind being alone. I can say a lot of dumb shit without being interrupted and stuff. But it's like it's always cool and funny to have someone else. And yeah, we are kind of short on staff member. I say that a lot. But like we don't have a lot of staff applications. But if you guys like TRS and would like to support it in some way, you could try to get involved with it. And even though, of course, it's a bit of work, because you would have to sacrifice some of your free time. You would have to sacrifice some of your free time to help with TRS by being a commentator or a host or whatnot. But trust me when I say I think it's worth it. It's so fun. You can ask any commentator in voice chat right now. Commentating on TRS is super fun. Like
it is. It's amazing.
It's
like,
great.
I am very grateful to the story for this lovely opportunity.
I am not being held at gunpoint right now. This is the greatest opportunity I have ever been given in my life.
Gaston, you forgot $10, quick. But no, for real though, like for real, we do need more members, and genuinely like hosting TRS or commentating TRS is super fun. Anyone who tried it at least once will tell you the same thing. Yes, it's a bit of work, but it's worth it. If you want to get involved with TRS, please like just go on the sheets and just apply. Worst case scenario, we say no. You have nothing to lose by trying. Literally. Worst case scenario, it's no sorry. That's all. So you know. So actually, I don't think I have the form. Do we have actually like? Do we have?
Actually, the thing about the form is that it might still be open for editing by anyone.
Oh. But yeah. And also,
Actually,
you
I
don't
should
even
post
have
it.
like you can apply. You don't even have to be here every stream. Look at Gaston; hasn't been on chairs for like 2 months or something.
Hey, don't put me on blast like that.
Or like we recruited some people recently who hasn't been here forever as well. I personally am a bit sad because when I recruit new people, it's usually because I want to get involvement with the thing, but I'm not gonna force anybody. Of course, everyone is free to join. Anyone is free to leave. I'm not gonna kick anyone because they haven't joined in a while. It's like whatever, just join if you feel like you want. And the way TRS work is whenever I start a stream, I ping the commentator role. And whoever gets in first gets to be in commentary. That's literally how it works. So you have no obligation as well. It's literally just, if you feel like commentating today, just hop in. That's all. So for real, if you feel like helping, please do. With that
Yeah.
said, all of those kind words, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. We have a bright future ahead of us. Be sure to join the TRS Discord server if you haven't already, because this whole best of thing was first of all organized and announced on the TRS Discord server. So please join if you haven't. Time for someone to post a link, like Lorena bot.
The server.
Yeah,
give
Lorena
me a
bot,
second.
please. And yeah, thanks for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't think there will be a Sunday TRS tomorrow. Can you host it tomorrow, Lauren?
No, I can't. I'm sorry.
All right, so
I
we
have to get
are
ready
not.
to
We may not have a Sunday TRS tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Next week we're gonna go back on the regular TRS with like new runs and stuff. We have some pretty cool things in the backlog as well, so you guys are gonna like it.
You know what? No, but you know what? No Sunday TRS is gonna mean. It's gonna be a hilarious Saturday TRS.
Yeah, we're gonna have some very funny stuff. With that said, thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys next week for more replay showcase. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.